Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this latest Rebels Radio broadcast, where we'll bring you all of the action from tonight's Evo 6 Southern Premier League match between Slough Town and tonight's visitors, their first visit to Arbour Park. It's a warm welcome to Weymouth, and we wish all their players, supporters and managers a safe trip home this evening. If you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, we are sponsored by myfootballclub.co.uk. They've got a new website via the Pachero link. So if you look on Pachero and MyFC, you'll see the new website there. And also the Slough Town Supporters Trust. They sponsor Rebels Radio. My name is Aid. If you would love to get in contact with us, give us your name, and if you've got any questions or you want a little shout out, you can do that. You can either do that via Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word and all in lowercase. Or if you're listening via YouTube, if you scroll down, I do believe you need to be a subscriber to YouTube. I don't think it costs anything. But if you go on there, you can come through and leave a message, and it will come through to us here at the ground, and we'll give you a shout out as well. We'll run through the two teams with you. Just a couple of little bits for you. The next game for the Rebels will be on Saturday, where we are away to Cambridge City. There is a supporters coach leaving Wexham Park at 12:15. It's £20 for adults, £15 for concessions, and £5 extra if you're not a member of the Supporters Trust. If you're not a member of the Supporters Trust, you can do that online. If you look on their website, the Slough Town Supporters Trust.co.uk, there's ways of joining, and it's an excellent thing to do. Little donation, and gives you a few little bits to go into. Just to give you a word of what's going on today. Tonight's match sponsors are Landy Accountants, and there is also a collection for Jamie Mines. Now, if you haven't heard of Jamie Mines was a non-league footballer who played for, amongst other teams, Frome Town and Poulton Rovers, two teams that we've experienced before. Jamie was a scaffolder just before Christmas. He was electrocuted, and he was put into a coma, and he's unfortunately had both of his arms amputated up to the forearm, and also one leg amputated. He's also got a young family. So here at Arbour Park tonight, Slough Town are doing a bucket collection for Jamie Mines. But if you are listening at home and you would like to donate, he does have a GoFundMe page. So I believe GoFundMe is a website. If you type in GoFund, F-U-N-D, me, and then search for Jamie Mines. So it's J-A-M-I-E, and the surname Mines is M-I-N-E-S. So you can donate to that, a worthwhile cause. And that just shows you that the non-league community gathers round its people at the best of times. I'll run through the two sides with you. We are about 7 or 8 minutes away from kick-off. I'll start with our visitors, who are in a claret and light blue shirt with light blue shorts and light blue socks. In goal for them is Tom McHale. 2, Ashley Wells. 3, Jake Wanell. 4, Stefan Zuba, captain of the side. 5 is Toby Downs. 6, Dean Evans. 7, Jordan Kopp. 8, Chris Allen. 9, Stuart Fleetwood. 10, Charlie Davis, and 11 is Mark Molesley. The substitutes for Weymouth, nicknamed the Terrors, and will they be terrorising the Slough defence? Their substitutes today are 12, Calvin Brooks, 14, Stuart Yetton, 15, Billy Lowe, 16, Aaron Rodriguez, and 17 is Dominic Pansier-Dower. So for the Rebels, some team news for you if you haven't already heard. Dan Hicks has gone out on loan to Harrow for a 1 month stint, and the club can recall him at any time. Lewis Putman is currently on loan at Hayes and Yedding, again on a 1 month loan. And what was yesterday, Monday, the news came through that Slough Town's leading striker, Charlie Moon, has, by mutual consent, decided to leave the club and find some regular football. So Charlie Moon is no longer in the side. So I'll start you with the Slough side for this evening in their usual colour of amber shirts, blue navy shorts and blue navy socks. In goal is Mark Scott. 2, and captain is Sean Fraser. 3, Paul Stonehouse. 4, Nathan Smart. 5, Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7, Manny Williams. 8 is Simon Dunn. 9, Gavin James. 10 is Chris Flood, and 11 is Nathan Webb. Substitutes for the Rebels today are 12, Guy Hollis, returning off his suspension. Jess Wilson, who is, I think it's Jesse Wilson. He's come from Ascot United. He's a centre-back. He wears 14. 15 is Warren Harris. 16 is James Dobson. And 18 is Ashen Holgate. Tonight's referee is Jason Richardson. His 2 assistants are Matthew Fletcher and Samuel O'Howson. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Hopefully that's right. So we're about 4 minutes away from kickoff. So we'll run through those teams again for you just before kickoff. Just to let you know again, if you do wish to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, it is at MyFC Rebels Radio. That will come through to us. Or if you're listening on YouTube, you should be able to scroll down the page. It says comments. It will come through to us here at the ground. Just to warn you, we have been having a few sound issues, so although you may come through to us, I might not be reading those out as much as normal. I'll be trying to keep my eye to make sure that those sound problems don't go on. There are a couple of other games in our league tonight. 2 postponements. Cinderford versus Leamington and Kings Lynn versus St Neots were called off. That means the remaining fixtures are Hazen Yedding at home to Biggleswade and Chippenham versus Chesham, the rearranged game after the Chesham captain Bruce Wilson unfortunately broke his leg in the game. Those 2 teams are 3rd and 4th in the form guide, so it's a bit of a crunch game there for you. A couple of facts about tonight's game for you. This is, bearing in mind that these 2 sides do have quite a pedigree at non-league level, especially at the higher levels as well. This is only the 6th ever meeting between the 2 sides. And Slough won earlier this season away to Weymouth with a 1-0 victory courtesy of Warren Harris. And Weymouth in the 2 previous meetings against Slough, both have been at Holloway's Park in Beaconsfield. Weymouth have failed to score, so the Rebels will be hoping that continues, but Weymouth have been hitting the goals just recently. They won on Saturday away to Basingstoke 6-1. They won also to Kings Lynn 6-1 a couple of weeks ago, and then also away to St Neots 4-0. As the 2 sides come out, I'll run through those 2 sides with you again. In like amber and blue quartz, not quartz, halves is Weymouth. In goal is Tom McHale. 2, Ashley Wells. 3, Jake Wanell. 4, and captain is Stefan Zuber. 5, Toby Down. 16, Evans. 7, Jordan Kopp. 8, Chris Allen. 9, Stuart Fleetwood. 10, Charlie Davis. And 11 is Mark Molesey. Substitutes for Weymouth: 12, Calvin Brooks. 14, Stuart Yetton. 15, Billy Lowe. 16, Aaron Rodriguez. And 17 is Dominic Pansiadower. For the Rebels, in goal is Mark Scott. 2, and captain Sean Fraser. Paul Stonehouse is 3. Nathan Smart wears 4. Mark Nisbet wears 5. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7, Manny Williams. 8, Simon Dunn. 9 is Gavin James. 10, Chris Flood. And 11 is Nathan Webb. The substitutes for the Rebels: Guy Hollis wears 12. 14 is Jess Wilson. 15 is Warren Harris. 16 is James Dobson. And 18 is Ashen Holgate. Tonight's referee, Mr. Jason Richardson. His 2 assistants, Matthew Fletcher and Samuel O'Howson. Hopefully that's how you pronounce his name. So a little bit of a chilly evening here at Arbour Park. It wasn't that cold when we got here earlier, and then suddenly tonight it's just come a little bit chilly. Just about an hour before kick-off, the temperature dropped big time. For those of you with your highlighter pens in the goal, Mark Scott is all in orange, so he looks like a 6-foot-tall carrot. And the Weymouth goalkeeper seems to be wearing almost I'd say it's a grey kit, but it almost looks as if he had a white goalkeeper's kit and he's accidentally put it in with a grey pair of socks. It is a very faded grey kind of grey-white, I presume is the colour for it. There we go. The 2 captains are in the centre, and we're about a minute away from kick-off. They're just going through their usual routine. Weymouth have already had their little huddle, and the goalkeeper McHale is just going around and fist pumping some of his players. And it looks like Slough are going to be playing from left to right for the first half, And it also looks like they may well have the kick-off. They're just doing their hokey-cokey huddle now. Putting the left leg in. Left leg out, in, out, shake it all about. I won't sing again. So it is Slough will be playing from left to right, and they will have the kick-off. Someone's going to have kick-off. Yep, it is going to be Slough that have the kick-off. They were just teasing us, that's what it was. So just wait for Mr. Richardson to get today's game underway. Just making sure that everything's okay. Linesman 1 and 2 are all right. Yep, everything's ready. Come on. Get on with it. Come on. It's cold. What's he doing now? Oh, apparently Chris Flood's got a foot inside the other half. Right, so the game does finally kick off. Ball here with Slough, with Paul Stonehouse. Plays a long ball down here, looking for Gavin James. Zubar wins the header. It's hooked on there by Evans. Ball will come through and then played back to Evans. He plays a long ball over the top, but way too much on that, and goes through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal, who rolls it out here to Nathan Smart, sent off on Saturday for those 2 yellow cards. His suspension will start this Saturday coming. Ball's with Stonehouse back into Nisbet. Weymouth pressing high here at the moment. Slough managed to clear with Stonehouse, chested down by James towards Manny Williams. Williams will spread it out here to Dunn. Dunn can run forward with the ball here. Just runs into a couple of players, and it's down to wins the ball, but Slough win it back with Nisbet in towards Nathan Webb. Webb in a centre circle, hassled off the ball, but it breaks kindly for Slough to Nathan Smart. Smart trying to find the ball through. It's come through to Webb in towards James. James leaves it for Simon Dunn, but it's well cleared there by Downs, and the ball comes to Stonehouse on the far hand side in towards Chris Flood. Slough bit of play on this left hand side in towards Tugwell to Nisbet. Nisbet brings the ball over the halfway line, just looking for a run forwards. He's just overcooked it a little bit, and Zubar can stretch to clear. It comes here on the far hand side to Kopp. Kopp under pressure from Webb, and it's hooked clear high in the air by Winnell, headed on by Fraser, and Manny Williams, smallest player on the pitch, wins the ball. Webb playing it in. Oh, and there's a slip there by Zubar, and it clearly hit Zubar on the hand, but he slipped as he got to it. Ball to hand. No, it was just away. Ball here with Kopp. Kopp trying to play it into the box. It's come off the chest of Nathan Smart. It was Fleetwood who was in the box there. Now the ball with Togwell just inside the Slough half, in towards Webb. Webb immediately closed out. Does well to keep the ball here with Fraser, and Fraser will spread to the far hand side. Immediately Stonehouse is pinned down by Charlie Davis. Back with Mark Nisbet. The Weymouth pressing high early on here. Played down the line here to Flood. Flood in towards Dunn. Dunn, ball just not clear, but Dunn does well to get the ball back, and under pressure from Fleetwood. Nisbet plays out to Smart, and Slough can play it across here to Sean Fraser. Fraser in towards Togwell. Togwell looks up, looking for the run of Gavin James over the top there. And some really good defending there by Toby Downs. Just gets a foot to that as Gavin James was breaking past, and then went out with a long clearance, trying to find the chasing of Fleetwood. And it's an offside there, and it looked like Fleetwood and Kopp were clear on there. Look, good attack there by the two, but the linesman seems to think it's offside, and it's a free kick to Slough, and it's taken quickly by Togwell out towards Mark Nisbet for Slough, crossed out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse comes inside under pressure, gives it to Togwell, who just overruns it, and Nisbet has to come and clear. The ball's been left for a free header by Zubar. Up here towards Molesley. Molesley's ball flicks on there by Evans, but only as far as Nathan Webb. Webb just inside. Holds the ball up here to Williams. Williams just dropped deep in that number 10 position. Holding the ball up here. Shows off the challenge of Evans. Back out towards Nathan Webb. Gets a lucky rebound there for Slough. A couple of diving in. Comes here to Chris Flood. In towards Gavin James. Gavin James under pressure. Slips. He's got a penalty, has he? He has! Slough have got a penalty for a foul. I'm not exactly sure who the player who was that committed the foul. Zubar seems to be pointing at something outside of the box, but it's a penalty to Slough, and Slough's normal penalty taker is James Dobson. He's on the bench. Apart from that, it's Charlie Moon. He's left, and Gavin James will be the man who steps up for this penalty here up against McHale. I've never seen Gavin James take a penalty. Is it going to be a good one? Just waiting for the referee to shoot. Gavin James to step up. Puts it into the top corner. That is a stunning penalty by Gavin James. As Slough take the lead on 4 minutes here with a Gavin James penalty. And Slough haven't had many penalties this season, and those that they have had a bit of a mixed fortune. Some have been scored and some have been saved, but Gavin James safely tucks that ball away there for Slough to give them the lead on 4 minutes. Like I say, couldn't really see who it was who committed the foul. It was either Ashley Wells or Zubar, but as it is, it's a penalty. And Slough have taken an early lead. So the ball here now with Molesley. Molesley spreads it out here to Ashley Wells. Wells with the ball down. It's been played clear by Slough towards Dunn. Dunn up towards Gavin James. Gavin James can play it in towards Williams. Williams has got Flood Dunn bursting through here, but there's no one in the save. He shoots and it forces a really good save. Goes in with it. Oh, what a good save. That is by McHale. He's made 2 good saves there. As McHale, first one from a snapshot from Simon Dunn, and the ball fell kindly to Williams. Hit it first time, and McHale just threw his body. It deflected over the top. It's a corner to the Rebels. Simon Dunn will go across to take it on that far hand side. Slough with some early pressure here at Arbour Park. Just waiting for the corner to come in. Oh, it's well headed clear, that one by Wells. Only comes as far though as Togwell. Togwell trying to play the ball back in here to Simon Dunn. Dunn on that far sideline. Gets a chance to cross. It's headed clear and then hooked away by Molesley. Only as far as Togwell, sweeping up again for the Rebels. Comes here to Williams. Williams trying to dink the ball into Gavin James, and Winnell was the player that's won the ball for Weymouth. Spreads it on the far hand side, trying to find Davis, but Davis has let it go to Fleetwood. Fleetwood just inside his own half. Plays it on the far hand side here to Allen, and Allen just doesn't play the right ball. It just gets caught in his feet. It's gone out for a throw to Slough. And throw taken quickly by Stonehouse towards Nisbet. Back towards Stonehouse. Under pressure, just chips the ball, looking for the run of Gavin James. Gavin James can't get there. That's goes straight through to McHale, who's had a very busy opening 6 minutes here. The penalty's gone past him, and a fantastic double save already. And just keeping the ball in his hand here. Will this mean that Weymouth have to come and attack a little bit? Well, huge kick here by McHale. And Mark Scott does really well in the Slough goal to gather that just on the edge of his penalty area there. And rolls the ball out here towards Nathan Smart. Smart towards Fraser. Fraser back towards Smart. Just trying to spread the ball so that Weymouth come a little bit further more up the field. Ball's with Mark Scott just inside his own penalty area. Plays a long ball down. It's well won there by Wells against Flood, and the ball comes through to Davis, who flicks the ball high up. Togwell tries to win it. Breaks here to Molesley. Molesley immediately closed down. Wins the ball, but he wins it with a tackle, and that tackle just runs all the way through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal. And Scott will just stand at the edge of his D, waiting for someone to close him down before spreading the ball on the far hand side, trying to find Chris Flood. Flood does well to win the flick on. It just goes a little bit behind Williams, and a mistake there by Weymouth means that Toby Downs has to come across and clear. He's almost put that ball in the bar. That's how good a clearance that was, but a little bit of mistake there down that right hand side. Slough with the early throw in towards Williams. Williams trying to turn, just plays it the wrong way round, and Weymouth's pass out is deflected into the path of Sean Fraser. Back in towards Nathan Webb, trying to find Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn will spread it out to Chris Flood, who seems to be playing on that left hand side. Gets across it over the head of Gavin James, and Williams will try and keep it in here. He does well to hold that ball up here up against Winnell in that corner by the penalty box. Turns, gets a good ball out here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn immediately closed down, gets across into the far hand. Flood trying to get there, and it comes off Wells. Is it for a corner? It's a corner to the Rebels. Slough with early pressure here in these first 8 minutes of the game, and they will send up both centre backs, Smart and Nisbet, for this outswinging corner from Dunn. And the Slough fans in good voice behind that goal. They just wait for a bit of movement here. Played it towards the far post. Aimed towards Nisbet. Will come all the way through to Webb on the corner. Trips the ball in. Headed away well there by Evans. Winnell just makes a mistake, and it will come through to Webb. Webb holding the ball up, trying to find a little bit of help. He doesn't get it, but he wins a throw for Slough. No Guy Hollis for the long throw, so Slough going to leave it for Sean Fraser to come across to take this throw. Fraser finds Togwell. Togwell immediately under pressure from Fleetwood. Tries to play it back towards Fraser, but Fraser had come back, and it's a throw to Weymouth, right by their corner flag. Well, now the left back will go across to take. And Slough will try and pin Weymouth in to this position here. As Winnell looks to take this long throw to try and get Weymouth a little bit further down the pitch. Long throw. And flicked on well by Evans, but only as far as done. Takes it down on his chest and flicks the ball forwards. Comes back to Winnell, who's great hooked clearance. Only finds Stonehouse, who volleys the clearance back in. Done. Zubar and Downs just make a mistake. It comes through here to Flood. Flood just overruns it, but gets the ball back out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse cuts inside, just under pressure here. Looking for some help. It comes from Nisbet. Nisbet 10 yards inside the Weymouth half. Finds Flood. Flood playing the ball in, trying to find Gavin James. Ball too short, but Gavin James wins it back off Allen. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell shoots from distance. It's a bounces in front of the goalkeeper, McHale, but he watches it well and gathers and does well to not only gather but keep that ball. And these opening 11 minutes here have seen Slough Town on the front foot. McHale just rolling the ball just to the edge of his area, and then again a long clearance down the field, but good flick on there by Davis, and Mark Scott has to come to the edge of his area and volley that one high up in the air. Zubar's underneath it. Free header for him, trying to find Kopp on this near hand side. Kopp inside his own area, picks the ball up, goes back to Winnell, played in here towards Allen. Allen turns up towards Molesey. Molesey just drops down, marked closely by Togwell. In towards Evans. Evans finds Wells on the far hand side. Good pressage of play here by Weymouth. Wells brings the ball forward in towards Davis with his thigh heavily banded. He easily spotted. Gives it to Evans. Evans was trying to get a cross in here. It's over the head of everyone. And Slough will finally clear through Sean Fraser, but only as far as Winnell. And Winnell, 30 yards from ball, hits the ball in, takes a deflection and goes through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal. There was a little penalty appeal there by Moses. He broke into the box, but nothing going on there, and it remains 1-0 to Slough. And Mark Scott has the ball in the goal and looks for a long kick forward, trying to find Gavin James. James up against Zubar, and the linesman says it's an offside, but I would have said that in theory it would have mostly been a free kick to Slough, because Zubar does seem to climb when he jumps across on James, but as it is, it's a free kick for offside. And Winnell is screaming at his goalkeeper. He's in acres of space, but he's not going to get the ball. McHale's going to go long with this kick. Aimed again on the far hand side for Molesey. Stonehouse does well to win the first header. Dunn will flick the header on. It will come through here to Molesey to drop all the way back to his own halfway line to pick the ball up in and spread across there, and that's a poor ball there by the centre back Toby Downs. Cleared all of the Weymouth players, and Slough have a throw taken quickly. Oh, and Mark Scott chased down there by Stuart Fleetwood, and good play by the Weymouth striker there. Slough just thought they could take the throw quickly and threw it to Scott, and Fleetwood's on it in a flash and just got a touch as Scott has forced to clear, and it's a throw to Slough halfway inside their own half. And they lead through that goal from Gavin James. Full play forward. Comes off the head of Winnell. Slough gained about 15 yards with that header. So it's a throw just before the halfway line for the Rebels. And again, Sean Fraser will be the man with the throw. And it's flicked off the head of Kopp. And Slough win it back through Dunn, but Kopp will let it run for a throw. And they'll leave it for Winnell to take. Trying to see if there's a goal in the other games in our league. Nothing at the moment. Ball here with Winnell. Plays the ball forwards, but free header there for Mark Nisbet. But only as far as Downs. And then back towards Smart. Play out Smart with the ball forward, trying to find Gavin James. Zubar comes across, heads it away. Chris Flood's first to the ball for Slough. On the edge of the penalty, trying to run down the right. He's got two Weymouth players. He's just pushed off it. And it's just floated clear. Kopp keeps the ball in for Weymouth. Does it come off him? And there's a bit of confusion here, because the referee's assistant claimed that the ball had come off a Slough player. It clearly come off a Weymouth player, and the referee corrected. He's just having a word with Jordan Kopp, who must have just said something. Slough take the throw quickly with Webb. Webb just overruns the ball, and it comes through to Togwell. Togwell out to his fellow Mitchell brother Stonehouse. Stonehouse goes past one, up against Charlie Davis, who's having to come deep and help out. Ball just played in. It's one back by Davis. Slough trying to win the ball back on the far hand side with Allen in towards Wells. Wells immediately closed down by Simon Dunn. Ball played forwards, and first to the ball is Todd Wells. Ball's been kept in though by Simon Dunn on the far hand side, but it's offside against Gavin James, and it's a free kick to Weymouth. 14 minutes and 20 seconds gone here at Arbour Park. Slough lead for that Gavin James penalty on 4 minutes. And the game will restart with a free kick on the far hand side. McHale, the Weymouth goalkeeper, to take. And long kick here again by the goalkeeper, trying to find Molesley. Molesley does well to flick the ball on, finds Fleetwood. Fleetwood holds it up, trying to flick the ball into the box. And a little bit of a mistake there, almost between Togwell and Scott. Just the fact that Mark Scott's about 6 foot taller than Togwell just got to the ball first before any mistakes. Long kick again by Scott, trying to find the run of Flood, but it's a little bit too long. It's overhit and goes out for a throw to Weymouth on the far hand side, right by the burger bar. And it'll be Wells to take the throw on that far hand side. Ball runs all the way through to Nathan Smart. Smart will just shepherd it back to his goalkeeper Scott, and the edge of his D of his penalty area. Waits for Fleetwood to chase and then plays the long ball down. Flood can't get there. It comes off the back of Wells, and it's a throw to Slough right by the away dugout. Ball's been thrown in quickly, and Flood just overruns the ball, trying to chase it back here off Davis. Davis holding the ball up. Slough immediately put a couple more players on it. Davis does well to still hold the ball up and trying to clear it. He's done really well as the midfielder there clears the ball, but only hits it straight out of play and out for a throw to the Rebels. Where will the referee say? As the Slough fans making some noise here tonight. The Weymouth fans behind the goal, a little bit quiet at the moment, but have travelled in good numbers. There's roughly about 35 to 40 of them behind the goal. Ball played in here to Dunn. Dunn turns back out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse urged to get the ball in. It's come off Wells, and Wells will chase it back under pressure from Gavin James. And a little bit of luck there for Ashley Wells, as he looked like he'd mishit it, but he mishit it, and it hit Gavin James, who was chasing it down, and goes out for a goal kick. And McHale will take this goal kick for Weymouth. And just urging his team to come forwards a little bit. And Downs drops deep just to come for the ball, but it's been booted clear by McHale. Free header there for Nisbet. Good header from him. It can't keep the ball in play. It's out for a throw to Weymouth by their away dugout. About 15 yards inside the Slough half. And it's Wells, the right back for Weymouth, to take. Aimed towards Evans. It's been hooked clear by Nisbet. Only straight at Ashley Wells, who spreads it out here to Wannell. Wannell, left back, can bring the ball forwards 10 yards. Finds Kopp on this sideline. Kopp just comes inside. Just needs a bit of space. Plays it behind Moles in. It gives Slough the chance to get players down. It comes back out towards Davis. Davis turns, comes inside, looking to dink a ball through, and he dinks the ball all the way through, but not a Weymouth player can connect. It goes through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal. And again, just waits for Stuart Fleetwood to come and chase it down before picking the ball up and launching another long kick down the field. Underneath it is Wannell and Flood. Wannell wins ahead, finds Kopp. Kopp immediately under pressure from two Slough players. Loses the ball here to Williams. Williams turns, gives it towards Simon Dunn, down inside the centre circle. Just got claddered there as he played the ball, and I could have expected the referee to blow up, but all the way through to McHale. Rolls the ball out to Downs. Downs with some lovely bright pink boots, easily spottable on the pitch, and has the ball back here from Evans. And chips the ball here on the far hand side towards Davis. Davis takes it on his injured thigh. Back out to Wells, who'd continued his run. Back towards Chris Allen. Chris Allen immediately pressure by the Slough number 8, Simon Dunn. In back towards Zubar. Zubar across towards Downs. And Downs here with plenty of time. Plays the ball forward. Gives it away though to Simon Dunn. Tries to find Gavin James. Gavin James does well. Cuts inside past Zubar. Goes past another one. He's got Chris Flood on the far hand side. Comes across was Evans to block the ball. It comes out though to Stonehouse. Stonehouse will chip forwards. It's headed away by Downs. Only as far as Simon Dunn. Hits it. Gets deflected. Comes out here to Flood. Flood just on the corner of the box. We'll play it back towards Fraser. Fraser takes a touch. Chips the ball into the box. Trying to find Williams. Williams is only about 2'6", and it's won by Weymouth. Comes out here to Fleetwood's, and he just overruns the ball, and Slough get the ball back immediately with Webb. Webb under pressure here from Fleetwood, who's trying everything through his side. Ball's with Fraser towards Smart. Smart spreads it towards Nisbet. Nisbet's closed down. Back up towards Stonehouse. Weymouth pressurising the ball. Back towards Nisbet. Long ball forward trying to find Gavin James. Free header there by Wells. Finds Evans. And Evans will just slow the ball down. And again, he's tried to play the ball there behind the Slough defence. But he's hit it way too far. And it's gone out for a throw to Slough. Right by about... they're going to leave it by the 18-yard box. It roughly is. I thought it was a bit further back than that. And Weymouth aren't really trying to pin Slough into that corner at the moment. And Stonehouse will eventually take the throw for the Rebels. Finds Dunn easily. Gives a handball. And a bit unfortunate there for Dean Evans. The ball did hit his hand. It just bounced up off the surface. Can't complain that the surface isn't flat with this 3G pitch here. It's absolutely positively flat, and it's a free kick to Slough. Around about 15 yards inside their own half. 20 minutes gone here at Arbour Park. Slough lead 1-0 through that Gavin James penalty on 4 minutes. Only thing separating the two teams as Nisbet takes this free kick, trying to find Williams there, but it's just overrun and goes out. And Slough do the opposite to what Weymouth do. Slough are going to try and pin Weymouth into the corner here. Wells it is who will take this throw. Gains an extra 10 yards. It's flicked on well by Evans, but headed away by Nisbet. Comes into the centre where Molesey tries to win the ball. One back though by Togwell. In towards Nathan Webb. Webb under pressure by Chris Allen, but picks the ball up and plays it towards Nisbet. Nisbet will leave it for Stonehouse. Stonehouse looks up, trying to find the run of Gavin James. Zubar gets a touch to it, but only to the path of James. James heads it across, and then Winnell does well to head it back, and then the linesman on his near inside had his flag up for offside. There was no possible way it could be offside because the ball came off Zubar. Ball down the field, and it's gone straight out of play there by Winnell. That's a poor clearance, and Slough immediately had the ball back. Quick throw here towards Williams. Williams, high foot by Allen. Fraser dives in with a header there, and it's out for a throw. And it'll be a throw to Weymouth just on the halfway line. Just wait for the ball to come back up this far. And Winnell will be the player to take this throw. Takes a quick throw in towards Fleetwood. Fleetwood drops deep to pick the ball. Spreads it on the far hand side. Davis leaves it for Wells. Wells, bit of space here to bring the ball forward. Needs to put a decent cross in. It's a high cross. And Kopp will try and keep it in on that far hand side. Does really well to keep it in right by that byline. Comes in, puts a cross into the far side. Headed away by Simon Dunn. Only as far as Allen. Allen's shot is blocked. It's out for a throw to Weymouth. Weymouth trying to put a bit more pressure on here. Ball trying to find Fleetwood. Now just put a couple of players inside and can clear. Looking down the line for Gavin James. Up against Toby Downs. Gives it to Flood. Flood trying to run through. Or goes past Downs. It's 2 against 3 here. It's ball out to Gavin James. Now got 4 in the attack if James can find him. James goes down the sideline, gets a cross in. It's a good cross, headed away by Winnell. And Togwell just slips, and it allows Molesey the chance to pick the ball up for Weymouth. Spreads it out here to Davis. Davis just has to stretch to keep the ball, trying to pick out Winnell on this far hand side. Well spreaded by Nathan Webb, who comes across and plays it back to Mark Scott. Good passage of play there by both sides, but it still remains now 1, Weymouth 0. Ball here with Sean Fraser. Fraser chips the ball down, trying to find Williams, but it's over his head and runs through to McHale in the goal. We're now always calling for the ball here. He's right in front of our commentary position. He's literally, every time that the goalkeeper's got it, shouting that he wants it, but yet to be found. McHale with this long kick down the field, trying to find Fleetwood. Well headed away by Smart, but Dunn has to come across for Slough. Togwell with another second header, and then Nisbet just hoofs that ball long clear. Zubar's underneath it with a free header. Evans tries to flick the ball on. Dunn comes across for Slough, wins it and plays it back to his goalkeeper. Under pressure from Fleetwood, and Scott skies that ball high up in the air. Fraser wins the next header, comes through to Togwell. Togwell's told to take his time, picks the ball up, chips the ball over. Downs does well to control it. Under pressure here from James, and goes back to his goalkeeper McHale. McHale just has the ball at his feet. And then pays it out, looking again this time for Davis. Well won though by Stonehouse. Comes in towards Chris Flood. Flood's got Davis charging down at him. So Flood just puts his foot on it. Finds Williams, who's on that left hand side. Williams just comes inside, just evades the challenge of Allen. keeps the ball, finds Togwell in towards Nisbet. Nisbet's almost playing left back there. Ball down the line, finds Flood. Flood can turn now, try and run at the Weymouth goal. Gives it to Dunn. Dunn or misplaces his path and does sort of Sean Fraser's first to the ball, and then a deflection on his pass takes it through to the Weymouth goalkeeper McHale and plays it out to Winnell, who finally receives the ball under pressure here from Webb. He goes down, slips, and then the ball forward will find Kopp. Kopp takes it on his shoulder, does well to get it at the second attempt. Just he's got no options. Ball has come through to Moseley. Moseley just overruns it. Breaks here through to Fleetwood. Fleetwood on the edge of the box, still with the ball at his feet. Being forced back. Slough with numbers behind, and it's Togwell again who can clear the ball for Slough. Oh, and he gives it away straight to Evans. Picks it up to Moseley. Moseley just turns, cuts inside. Again, looking for an option, and he can't seem to find anyone. Comes out towards Allen. Back towards Davis. Played to 15 yards inside the Slough half. Davis trying to make a run down that side. Gets a cross in. It's a good cross, and it's smashed clear by Nathan Smart for a corner for Weymouth, their first corner of the game. And it will be Jordan Kopp who goes across to take this corner for Weymouth. In the swinging corner it will be that will be coming in. Zubar and Downs both up for this corner for Weymouth, and it's just floated in. So free header there by Winnell it was, in fact, who had the header, but he was too far away from goal and couldn't direct it goal. It's out for a goal kick, and with 25 and a half minutes gone here at Arbour Park, the score is Slough Town 1, Weymouth 0. We'll see if we can find some scores from the other games in our league as we wait for this goal kick to come in. Chippenham have taken the lead against Chesham with Andy Sandow the scorer. Flood flicks the ball on here trying to find Gavin James. Zubar will get the ball and just heavy touch, but manages to get it back at the second attempt. Ball played forwards, but Slough win it back through Togwell again, and then plays it in towards Smart. Smart at the bottom of his centre. Oh, who's that to? Is that to me? That's a pass and a half from Nathan Smart. I almost picked me out in the crowd. And Weymouth take the throw quickly. Slough win it back. Ball comes gets kindly deflected to Winnell. Winnell with the ball forwards. Again, he's put the ball... He's looking for a run from someone, and it wasn't made. It's gone all the way through to Mark Scott, who gets the ball at his feet, a couple of yards outside his penalty area. And with Slough with Nisbet to Nathan Smart. Smart under pressure from Fleetwood, who hasn't stopped running so far. Poor ball forward by Slough. It's headed by Downs towards Winnell. And Winnell plays it back towards Downs. Downs now being chased down by James. Chips the ball forward. And again, he's not looked, because Fleetwood had chased that last ball. And he was coming back from an offside position when Downs played the ball forwards. If Downs had looked up, he would have seen he was offside and would have played a different ball. But he didn't look. Ball's on the far-hand side with Stonehouse. Leaves it for Flood. Flood just playing it inside here to Williams. Williams just has to stretch. Plays the ball in towards Dunn. Dunn just loses it, plays it. And it's a tangle there by two players. And the ball goes back to McHale. And Simon Dunn's injured here. I think he just got accidentally caught. As he turned inside the box. It wasn't a foul of any description, but I think it was Evans and Dunn. Their legs got caught, and Simon Dunn's just going to take a second, just a bit of a knock to his ankle, but he seems to be okay. I think it was actually Ashley Wells as the player. He's just gone over and put his hand up there, just to make sure that he's okay. And the referee will start it with a drop ball. He's going to allow McHale to take the ball. I think we're just waiting for Wells to do his boots up. And Slough just making sure that the referee, what he wants us to do. He's going to drop it in front of McHale. And allows McHale to pick the ball up. Well, now again, calling for the ball. This time he gets the ball from the throw. Plays it in though towards Allen. Allen finds Kopp on this near-hand side. Fraser dunk. Oh, and that's a tough decision there, because Kopp did raise his foot a little bit there. He just caught Fraser in the face there. And Kopp just goes over to make sure that Fraser's all right. And Fraser is he going to require some treatment? We're just going to see if he requires some kind of treatment. I think he's just going to brush it off. Count the number of stars that you see Sean and wave them away. It's a free kick to Slough, taken quickly by Fraser, finds Nisbet in acres of space, finds to Stonehouse. Stonehouse forced back towards Nisbet. Nisbet under pressure now from Mosley. Just plays the ball forward, trying to find Chris Flood over his head. Well headed away by Zubar. Only towards Evans. Evans to Zubar again, who just chips the ball down the field. But it's a free header for Nisbet. And then Evans heads it the wrong way, but good defending by Wells, right back. Heads it towards goalkeeper McHale. McHale finds one out again with a throw up towards Kopp. Kopp up against Fraser, but Nathan Webb wins the ball back for Slough. Good play there by Nathan Webb, in towards Fraser, towards Williams, towards Webb. Oh, and Webb just chips the ball forwards. It's gone out of play for a throw to Weymouth. We're now being urged to take it quickly and finds Downs. Downs being forced backward, goes across to his goalkeeper McHale, picks it, gets it at his feet in the 6-yard box, plays it out here to Zubar. Zubar under no pressure from Slough, gives the ball here to Davis, who's now dropped into a more central position to be kind of like a playmaker, but his ball only finds Nathan Webb. Does well to keep the ball in, but can only find Downs, the centre back for Weymouth. He plays it up here to Allen, and Allen just does well to bisect 2 Slough players. Then plays the ball looking for the feet of Kopp, but Scott's out here quickly for Slough, and there's a huge clearance by the goalkeeper. Finds the pink-booted Downs, who takes a touch, plays it in towards Davis, who's now a little bit forward. Oh, he plays the ball behind Molesey, and it allows Nathan Smart to bring the ball out for Slough. In towards Williams to Togwell. Now Weymouth have got the bit between their teeth. They're chasing here, and Molesey has just caught the heels of Lee Togwell. And it's a free kick to the Rebels. 30 minutes gone here at Arbour Park. Slough still lead through that Gavin James penalty on 4 minutes, 1-0 the score. As Fraser takes the free kick towards Nisbet. Nisbet plays it across the back line towards Smart. Smart towards Fraser, in towards Webb. Webb's, he just dawdled on the ball. Well, one back there by Molesey. Finds Allen. Allen trying to play the ball, but again, Togwell's there first for Slough. And he can bring the ball forwards. Trying to play the ball forward here to Gavin James. Gavin James takes it on his head. Finds Williams. Williams does well to little backflip to keep the ball. Now finds Nathan Webb in a central position. Webb again under pressure from Molesey. Gives it towards Togwell. Togwell, he just slips and gives the ball away to Kopp. Mosley gets the ball from him in towards Winnell. Winnell plays it in towards Mosley. Mosley under pressure here, and Slough win the back through Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn shakes off the challenge of Evans. Got on that far hand side, gives it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse will go back towards Nisbet, just inside his own half. Plays it all forward to Flood. Slough keeping the ball well here. Togwell finds Williams. Williams trying to break free. He's going to. I thought he was going to shoot there, but he hit it straight at Allen, and Weymouth had the ball here with Mosley. Robbed well by Nisbet. Nisbet shoots from distance. And McHale was totally wrong-footed there, but managed to sort his feet out and gather that ball. It looked a little bit closer than it maybe was. Maybe the Slough fans ooze behind the goal were a little bit too much. Good play there by Winnell, but he puts Kopp under pressure. And in the end, Allen has to go back to the goalkeeper, McHale. And he'll spread the ball here to Zubar. Zubar will play it in, looking for Allen. Allen just robbed by the Slough number 8, Dunn. But the ball ricochets kindly here for Mosley. Plays it out here to Davis. Davis just comes and turns back on himself. Just by that halfway line, just inside the Slough half. He needs some help. Evans is his option. Finds Zubar. Zubar just brings the ball forward 6 or 7 yards. Just to stop. Plays Davis, who's now popped up in a more central position. Chased down by Williams. Williams wins the ball back here for Fraser. Fraser just turns into trouble, and Davis does well to win it back. Slough win it back though. It's all good game here. Ball comes out here towards Kopp. Plays it in under the feet of Allen towards Evans. Evans he's got no options forwards for him. Zubar's his only option. And Zubar runs into Dunn. Still running with the ball. Zubar spreads it out to Wells, who's passes it back to Zubar. Zubar just overruns the ball, and I thought it was a foul, but the referee said it's a goal kick. And Zubar had chased that ball a good 50 odd yards there, but couldn't keep hold of it, and it's out for a goal kick to the Rebels. Mark Scott will take it for Slough, as we've got about 12 minutes left of this first half here at Arbour Park. Like I say, if you do want to get in contact, you can contact us either at Twitter, or if you're listening via YouTube. Good afternoon, good evening to Bradley Coleman, who's listening, and Luke Holdship. Wants to know where Guy Hollis is. Guy Hollis is on the bench. It's his first game back. Slough trying to win the ball back here through Williams. It falls kindly to Winnell, And it just goes back to Downs. Yeah, Guy Hollis has just come back from his ban. He's on the bench, but they've stuck with Nathan Smart today because Smart's done so well playing as centre-back. Ball's here with Weymouth with Evans. Evans just tried to play the ball into Fleetwood. Smart, though, that makeshift centre-back spots that ball well and does really well for the Rebels to clear the ball down the line. Ball play forward. Zubar with the head away. Flood waits for the ball. Comes through to Gavin James. Manny Williams on the far hand side. Williams just got a knock there, and there's an offside. Is the referee going to spot it? Referee will just let the play go on as Slough have the ball. Ball with Webb in towards Williams. Williams again just... he's robbed well there by Evans, but Evans turns into danger and Slough win the ball back. And then Chris Flood is adjudged to have fouled Ashley Wells, much to the delight of the Weymouth fans who think that's supposed to be the first free kick they've won tonight. Looked like a fair challenge though. It's just he kind of went in. I think because he's got these white boots on, it looks a little bit more dangerous than it is. Davis has come really deep to take this free kick for Weymouth. It's ball play to Zubar from Evans. Evans drops into almost like the lone centre-back as Zubar tries to find one now on the overlap. Well spotted by Togwell, who heads the ball away to Flood. Flood back towards the impressive Togwell. Togwell with the ball down the line, trying to find Williams. Williams didn't think that the ball was going to go there, and the goalkeeper's come out. Williams has won it, and he's been brought down by McHale, and the referee is going to get a card out here. That, to me, is a poor decision by the linesman on this near hands. Two players just went for the ball. I don't think McHale was actually that late going for the challenge. He's caught Williams, and it's definitely not a goal scoring opportunity because it's almost round by the corner flag. But I think that Tom McHale could well get the first yellow card of the evening here. He does indeed, and on 36 minutes it's a yellow card for the Weymouth goalkeeper, just catching Williams there. And Williams literally just chased a loose ball, and persistent chasing it forced McHale to come out, and McHale's just caught him. Williams just gets up and limps into the box. And Simon Dunn will be the player to take this free kick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll let you off, ref. You just counted 10 yards this time. Cops was a bit reluctant to go back the 10 yards. A little bit of a murmur from the Slough fans behind the goal. And it's a free kick. It's kind of, I'd say 15 yards away from goal, but it's about 5 yards away from the side touchline. Simon Dunn standing over this free kick for Slough. Goes to the deep post. Oh, it's headed away well, but it'll break kindly here to guess who? Togwell. Togwell immediately crosses the ball into the box. McHale doesn't get the best of touches to it. Smart tries to get it. Comes through to Webb. And for the referee has seen some kind of free kick inside the box, and it's a free kick to Weymouth. And Weymouth take it quickly through Molesey. Finds Kopp. Kopp gets no joy out of Fraser. This time he goes past. Just about keeps the ball in. And ball comes in towards Molesey. Molesey with a little fancy flick, trying to run past Smart. Just overruns the ball, and that's a great tackle by Fraser. Not only does he win the ball, but he plays it off Molesey for a Slough throw. 8 minutes left of this first half. Still Slough with that 1 goal lead from Gavin James and the penalty on 4th minute. And Slough this time are being pinned in by Weymouth with this throw deep inside their own half. Fraser is with the throw for Slough. Finds Flood, but it's carried away by Evans, and then it's Fleetwood. Oh, lovely nippy footwork by him, but guess who's there for Slough? It's Togwell, and Togwell managed to clear for Slough. And it's a throw to Weymouth. Weymouth take the throw quickly towards Molesey. Molesey just trying to hold the ball up, being forced further away from the goal. Flood sticks a leg out. Dunn wins it back for Slough. Slough looking for a free kick there for a facial injury to Dunn. And the ball... Well, if it's a head injury, why did you not blow earlier? You could clearly see it was a head injury, ref. He's blown up for he stopped the game for the head injury to Simon Dunn, and I can't see why. I just think it was an accident. I think it just caught as I think it was Molesey as he turned. He just caught him with a finger or hand in the face. Nothing malicious or anything like that. Simon Dunn does actually need some treatment. So while there's a break in play, let's see if there's some more updates from the games in our league. As starts to get a little bit chilly, people now making their way round for the T-bar. And let's see what we can find. What's going on here? Biggleswade, what's it got? A school. Come on now, you guys. Come on now, someone's got to put a score on for us to have a look at. Biggleswade 0, Hayes 0 is the current score. Not many updates coming from some of the other games in our league. Simon Dunn still being treated here for Slough, so a break and play. The referee just standing with the ball. And like I say, there's a bit of a break in play. There was a collection, and it'll still be going on at half time for Jamie Mines. For those of you who don't know, Jamie Mines was a player who played for Frome and Porton Rovers. Got electrocuted just before Christmas. It was the first Christmas with his 2 new babies. Unfortunately, he's had to have both his arms amputated up to the forearm and a leg amputated just to stay alive. And there's a fundraiser. If you do want to donate, he has a GoFundMe page, and that's Jamie Mines, Jamie, and the surname is Mines, Mines. That's GoFundMe page. Weymouth with the ball. It's come across though to Fraser, and Fraser can clear. Trying to find the run of Gavin James. Headed away well though by Downs. Finds Allen, but Allen puts Wells under some pressure here as Flood dives in, and Flood's going to get a free. He's going to get a yellow card here. This is. And that's a terrible decision by... He clearly jumped in and dived for the ball, but he made no contact with the player whatsoever. He just tried to block the ball, and Flood is going to get a yellow card on 41 minutes. Second yellow card of the evening from Mr. Richardson, the referee. And... McHale, I mean, come on, look. Linesman, you were stood where the free kick was, and then I'm 10 yards away from you out, and you've let him just take it from wherever. McHale trying to take this free kick. He's run up to the ball and then runs back. There's not much of an option. Slough down to 10 men temporary. Dunn's just coming back on the field now. Ball played into the box. Headed away well by Nisbet. Togwell's there again for Slough, but Molesley wins it back for Weymouth. Finds... he finds Davis, who has a shot but is blocked, and then Nathan Webb wins the ball back for Slough and then just chips the ball forward, asking a lot of Gavin James, and the ball played here to Winnell. Winnell back in towards Allen. Allen does well to get to the ball first, in towards Downs. Downs will go back to his goalkeeper McHale. McHale just waits for a Slough player to come in and then spreads it here to Downs. Downs with plenty of time to bring it ball forwards. I was going to say the sun, maybe the moon glistening off his pink boots. Nathan Smart's there first for Slough with the clearance. I think he's actually put that in a different county, and I can hear it bouncing behind. It's alright. It's a throw to Weymouth, halfway inside the Slough half. It's Winnell who goes across to take this throw. 3 minutes left of this first half, plus some injury time. Ball's here with Downs. Downs does well to play it here towards Allen. Allen plays it in, looking for the run of Moseley. Well spotted there by Smart, and then Togwell with a header, but only as far as Kopp. Kopp plays it out on the far hand side, looking for Moseley, who drops to the far hand side. Ball comes in towards Allen. Allen just shrugged off the ball by Williams, and it's a free kick to Weymouth, taken quickly by Moseley. Finds Kopp. Kopp in a central position, trying to run at the goal, being forced wide by Slough. Slough trying to block it, comes out towards Davies. Davies trying to play it on the far hand side to Winnell. Gets there, heads the ball back in towards Moseley. Moseley being forced further away from the goal, comes back out towards Davis, and Davis under pressure finds Chris Allen. Allen just with space tries to flick the ball in, and Slough clear through Stonehouse, only as far as Downs. Good pressure here by Weymouth. Finds Winnell. Winnell flicks the ball on, trying to find the ball to Fleetwood, and it comes through there towards Allen, and Allen's ball is found Evans. Evans gets down the side and Dunn's across for Slough. Manages to not only block the ball, then hooks the ball high up in the air. Slough trying to clear the ball, and some pushing and shoving there by Fleetwood. Who did it come off last? It came off a Slough player last. It's a throw to Weymouth. And some pushing and shoving there between Stuart Fleetwood and Nathan Webb. It's all just a little bit of fun. Weymouth take the throw quickly to Downs. Downs spreads it to the far hand side where Wells is in acres of space. Lovely touch by the right back, can bring the ball forwards. Plays it in towards Davis. Davis with a heavy touch but finds Moseley. Ball back in. And ball comes across. Nisbet there with the clearance for Slough and clears it out of play. Today's attendance was 612. And it's a throw to Weymouth deep inside that Slough half at the moment. Just some good spell of pressure here from the Terrors. It's throws about 12 yards away from the corner flag. It's Wells with the flow. Finds Davis. Back in towards Wells. Wells trying to get the cross in. His head cross only finds Williams. It will come through to Flood. Flood does well to hold the ball up for Slough. Then gives it to Dunn. Dunn with the ball down the line looking for James. Headed away though by Zubar. But the ball will come back out towards James. James trying to win the ball back. Does well, but it's hooked clear though by Evans. And Slough will head it back with Fraser to his goalkeeper Scott. And Fleetwood, who's worked so tirelessly for Weymouth tonight, gets no luck, and Slough have the ball here with Nisbet spread out towards Stonehouse. Weymouth pressurising the Slough back four. Nisbet does well to get the ball and take a touch, clears down the line. Almost finds Gavin James, but both of them leave it for Downs. Downs spreads it here towards Winnell. Winnell 10 yards inside his own half, finds Kopp. Kopp under pressure, keeps cutting inside, and Slough getting on to that. Ball back here with Winnell. Winnell just smacks the ball forward there. I really don't know who that was to. Slough just shout that there's nobody there, and Scott will just stand with the ball at his feet. And Fleetwood and Davis both run to make sure that he picks the ball up. He does. And we've played the 45. It is now just lecture up to the referee, Mr. Richardson, how long he adds on. Scott with this long kick forward. Zubar will have a free header. Just heads the ball straight up in the air. Then wins the second header. Dunn will flick the ball out towards Flood. Flood trying to play it in towards Gavin James. Zubar comes across and hooks the ball, but only as far as Togwell. Togwell in towards Williams. Williams immediately closed down by Winnell. Winnell can't get the ball off, and Williams with some good play plays it out here towards Webb, who's now on the left-hand side. Webb finds Togwell. Togwell 10 yards inside the Weymouth half. Finds Fraser. Gives it. Just plays it a little behind Togwell. But Togwell, really good play by him. Finds Nathan Smart. Smart goes across to Nisbet, and Slough do well to play their way out of danger there. And the ball comes through to Stonehouse over the halfway line. He's got space to run here at the Weymouth defence. Finds Chris Flood, who's come deep. Back out towards Togwell. Togwell in towards Williams. Williams goes and turns past Winnell. Well, clips him, and that's a free kick to Slough. And I think the Slough fans are maybe asking why there's not so much a yellow card, but not even a talking to Winnell for that foul, because he's come into Williams a couple of times, and Williams has always looked to turn. And this one's a free kick. This is a good 35 plus yards away from goal. And it looks like Nathan Webb and Togwell. It's just going to be Togwell that stands over this free kick. And they're going to play it sideways to Webb. Webb up towards Flood. Flood 20 odd yards away from goal. Holds the ball up here to Nisbet. Nisbet in, and the Slough lose the ball with Flood. Good turn there by Molesley. Molesley running with the ball, but Nisbet comes across and wins it back for Slough. Ball played in towards Williams. Williams trying to take a ball in. Plays it in towards Gavin James, a little bit too far in front, and goalkeeper McHale does well to come and get the ball here. And McHale does well. Rolls the ball here towards Downs. 47 minutes gone this first half. And ball out here down to Winnell. Winnell with a bit of space and time to run forward. Plays it in again towards Kopp. Kopp does that same thing again. He's looking for the same ball. Gives the ball away, but Slough have apparently committed a free kick. And it's a free kick to Weymouth. I don't think any Weymouth player actually called for a foul. Ball played in towards Allen. Allen closed down by James. He'll have to go back to his goalkeeper, McHale. McHale comes back out towards Allen. Allen to Downs. Downs almost playing as a left back. Pressurised again by Williams. Has to go back to his goalkeeper, McHale. Good pressure here by Slough. McHale in towards Davis, who's the number 10, who's playing almost as a sweeper. Plays the ball forward. Only finds Paul Stonehouse for Slough. He playing to him. Plays it forward to Flood. Flood just gets the lucky ricochet there. Knocks it past Zubar. Bursts past him. Gets into the box. Shoots immediately. It was blocked by McHale. And then Downs comes across and clears the ball just before Gavin James can get there. All the work of Chris Flood there, that attack. And almost scores just before half time. 3 minutes so far of the half extra so far. Fraser with the throw. Finds Williams. It'll be half time. It is indeed. It's half time whistle here at Arbour Park. It is Slough Town 1, Weymouth 0. The goal coming from Gavin James with a penalty in the 4th minute. And I can't remember who exactly it was who committed the foul, but James slotted that penalty high into the top corner to give Slough the lead. And that's how it is here at Arbour Park. And we're just going to see if we can find some of the scores from the other games in our league. Not many of them going on. Let's have a look what we can find. Cheshire, interesting tweet from Cheshire United, who are playing Chippenham. It says, not sure who's reffing the game, the ref or Chippenham. I wonder what he could possibly mean. And Chippenham lead 2-0 at home to Chesham. And then we're just going to see if we can find the Biggleswade score. That's the only one in our league that we haven't got so far. And no, nothing from the game, so we don't know what the score is in that game. Said, if you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, my name is Aid. Come through to us either on Twitter at myfc Rebels Radio, and you can come through, or you can come through if you're listening via YouTube and you have the ability to scroll down. There's a comments page, and it comes through to us here, and we'll give you a shout out if you tell us who you are. Right, Hayes and Yedding 0, Biggleswade 0 is the half-time score in that other game. And there you go. That's those bits done. And there you go. So that's the half-time here at Slough Town. So tonight's match sponsors are the Landy Accountants, and we thank them for their match sponsorship. If you do want to get in contact with the club with some of the sponsorship opportunities, you can still sponsor games. And what else do we do? Oh, you're going to get a tea? Oh, hold on a second. This is get the tea order in first. Yeah, of course, lazy bag there. That's one. So we'll be over the second half. I better stop the clock watch, shouldn't I? Really, that's a better idea. So Slough lead here 1-0, and it's been quite an entertaining game. Both sides have had some good play, but Slough with the better of the chances so far. McHale with those two, a good double save early in that first half, and then just before half time with a really good save. Good game of football here, but when it's always just one goal in it, it's a tight game while it's still 1-0, and it could be anyone's game. Second half will be very interesting to see how it goes. So a couple of things for you, up and coming games for the Rebels. For those of you who are romantic, be pleased to know that you've got Valentine's Day off this year. There is no game a week today on the Tuesday. Of course, you could always make up a game so that you don't have to go out with your partner. Not as if I'd be telling you to do that, of course, but that is an option for you if you want to have a night away. And I'm just going to come off there for a second. WORZELJG@hotmail.co.uk. Alright, cheers man, send them through and I'll send them on to someone at the club. Okay. Cheers Bill. Okay, so just sorting out a little bit of club business there. So you can get in contact with us here on the YouTube. If you're listening via YouTube, well, you're all listening via YouTube because that's the only way we broadcast. But if you are a subscriber, if you scroll down, there's a bit that says comments. If you put your comments through, it comes through to us. So a couple of people have already been sending through some comments. Good evening to Bradley Coleman, Luke Holdship, and Brexit Dave, who's listening in Brighton. And he says, hope to come up towards the end of the season, hopefully for the playoff final. It could be too late for that. Dave will have won the league by then. Only joking, of course. Well, I'm hoping I'm not joking. It would be nice to win the league. If you do want to get in contact with us on that YouTube thing, you can do that. We do have I wouldn't say a star in our presence this evening, but Tony Incenzo, who is a Talk Sports presenter. He does a lot of the QPR games for Talk Sport. You know, when they break to a reporter and stuff. He's come down here today. He's a bit of a groundhopper. He's been to something like 2,100 games, and this is his first time here at Arbour Park because it's a new ground. So we've welcomed him along today, and he's popped down. And there you go. We'll be back for some second half coverage. Up and coming games for the Rebels this Saturday. Slough will be away to Cambridge City. There is a supporters coach leaving at 12:15 from Wexham Park. It's £20 for adults, £15 for concessions, £5 if you're not a member of the trust. If you are planning to go up to that game, please remember that Cambridge City play at St Ives Town Ground in Westwood Road. Don't go to Cambridge City's ground. It's not built yet. You'd just be sitting at not even a building site, because I don't think they've had the planning permission granted. But yeah, please don't head towards that, or please don't head towards Histon, where they were ground sharing before. They're not there anymore. So it is St Ives that you'll need to go to. So there's no game on the 14th. And then after that is the next game for Slough will be on the 18th, where we welcome the Martyrs to Arbour Park as Merthyr Town come and play a visit. And it should be a good occasion. I believe that Merthyr are bringing 2 coach loads along with them. I presume one of those is players and one's fans, but that'll be a very interesting game. So a game from League Above. Paul Town nil, St Albans nil. I did see earlier the Hungerford Town manager Bobby Wilkinson here, and his side won 5-0 last night against Truro City. I mean, what a journey that is. I know this is non-league football, and it's it's a tough old thing, but when you've got to travel from Truro up to Hungerford on a Monday evening for a game of football, you do sometimes wonder if maybe the travelling is too much in our league. For instance, the other week, poor old Kings Lynn had to make a Tuesday night journey to Merthyr Town across the country there. Obviously, we had that visit last Tuesday to Kings Lynn. Well, I want to say we. I didn't go because I couldn't get the time off work. And, it's not only it's a problem, not only for the fans but for players as well. It's very difficult to get the time off work to constantly be travelling long distances on a Tuesday and asking your boss if you can have some time off. So I believe there is a proposal, not for the end of this season but for the end of next season, that step 3, which is our level, will become a 4 feeder league. So it will be like a proper pyramid. At the moment you have obviously the National League, then you have the National Conference and the National South and the National North. Then you've got the 3 feeder leagues, which are the Isthmian, Northern Premier and Southern Premier. I believe there are plans to put a 4th league in there just to cut down on the travelling costs, and it can be such a big problem for clubs. Fans do want to travel to games, but it's very difficult. So hopefully with a bit of luck, common sense will prevail, and we'll have some more grounds to visit, maybe some less journeys to travel, as they are some very tough times when people aren't always very affluent here. So here at Arbour Park, it's the first visit of Weymouth. For those of you who are regular listeners, the main stand on that far hand side is coming along nicely. All the glass doors and windows are in, the glass panels are in. The lift shaft is just about to go in soon, and they are just doing some of the plasterboards. The day for the handover, I believe, is going to be May the 5th. That will be the day when the builders hand it over to the council. The council will then spend a couple of weeks kitting it out with the bar area and so forth, and then it will be handed back to the Rebels. Well, maybe not to the Rebels, or maybe someone else, but we'll be here in full for next season. Just a couple of things for you on this day in Slough Town's history. Some goals around in these games. In 1903, Slough lost to Wolverton 7-1 in the Berks and Bucks Senior Cup. In 1920, Slough got their revenge. They beat Wolverton 6-0 in the Berks and Bucks Senior Cup. Other games on this day include with some goals, and it was 1972, Slough beat Maidenhead United 5-1 in the Premier Midweek Floodlight League, I think it's called. And those are the things as some of the things that are going on this day. I can't remember how long we played on, so we've got about 4 or 5 minutes before the start of the second half. I'll run through the two sides with you just as they start to come out, see if there are any substitutions going on. And we're just watching some of the subs just warming up here, and just like Weymouth have only got 4 subs out. I just wonder if their other sub is going inside to get a bit of a briefing. I wonder if there'll be a substitution at half time. We'll try and keep you up to date with those if we can find them. Just waiting. Oh, look at this. Rob Stevens, who's the reporter from The Observer, very kindly, oh, thank you, sir, has just brought me a cup of tea. Guess that means I'm going to have to buy a copy of his paper now on Friday, aren't I? So there you go. So just had a cup of tea bought for us, and we're just literally waiting for the second. I've quite a clear night here at Slough. A little bit chilly, unfortunately, and we're just gonna see Slough. Just a couple of the Slough players just coming out already. So we'll just see if there's any substitutions as they come out. We're going to try and see if we can find. In 1992, on this day, the European Union was formed. I'm just looking through some things. Also on this day, in 1974, Prime Minister Edward Heath announced a general election and appealed to the miners to suspend their planned strike. So those are the days. Right, we're just going to see the keep our eyes on the teams as they come out for the start of the second half. Let's see if we can see any substitutions. Let's just see what's going on there. Brighton Rebel wants to know when are the playoffs. Well, they're normally at the end of the season. I believe the playoffs, I think our last league game is the 22nd of April, which is home to Redditch. And I think the playoff final is due for the bank holiday Monday, which will roughly be around, I guess, about the 31st. Is the 31st would roughly be that kind of time. We're just going to see if we can run through the two sides, see if we can find any substitutions. Right, no substitutions on the Slough side. So I'll run through those with you. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weymouth aren't fully out yet. I don't think they're yet. Okay, I'll run through the two sides with you, starting with our visitors, Weymouth. In goal is Tom McHale. 2, Ashley Wells. 3, Jake Warnell. 4, and captain is Stefan Zubar. 5 is Toby Down. 16, Evans. 7, Jordan Kopp. 8, Chris Allen. 9, Stuart Fleetwood. 10, Charlie Davis. And 11, Mark Moseley for the Rebels. In goal, Mark Scott. 2, and captain is Sean Fraser. 3, Paul Stonehouse. 4, Nathan Smart. 5, Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7, Manny Williams. 8, Simon Dunn. 9, Gavin James. 10, Chris Flood. And 11 is Nathan Webb. No substitutions for the start of the second half. Slough will be shooting from right to left. Weymouth had the kick-off. We're waiting for Mr. Richardson to give the go. Oh, come on, give the go. Was he waiting for the big hand to get to the 0 and the little hand to get to the things? Gonna play the whistle. I really don't know what he's waiting for. Come on, referee. It's cold. Oh, I think he's literally waiting for that big hand to get all the way round. There you go. He started the second half. Weymouth have the ball with Molesey. Goes back to Zubar. Zubar immediately under pressure. Plays the ball here to Kopp, who seems to have swapped sides here. The ball comes out towards Evans. Evans plays it to Wanau. Wanau takes a touch and tries to find Kopp. Now on this right hand side. Well defended there by Paul Stonehouse, who heads the ball out for a throw to Weymouth. And just trying to see who's popped over to the far hand side. And it's a throw here that Wells will take for Weymouth. Trying to find the run. There's only two real players making any movement. He finds Jordan Kopp. Kopp just gives the ball away to Dunn. Dunn flicks the ball up here for Gavin James. James wins that first header, but Wennell will be first to the ball and just dinks the ball over the top. Stonehouse calls for it, plays the ball forward. Evans gets a header to it, but Togwell's there first for Slough. Ball comes through to James. James heads the ball back towards Williams. Williams, under a bit of pressure, tries to go past the couple. Does well to find Webb. Ball back in towards Williams here. Williams running on the far hand side. Gives it to Gavin James. Gavin James just forced wide of the goal. Just he's got Sean Fraser on the overlap, but he couldn't find him. The referee doesn't know who ball came off. It's a throw to Slough. And it's taken quickly by Fraser. Finds Williams on the edge of the box. Back out towards Fraser. Fraser immediately closed down. Dinks the ball into Williams. Looking for the ball back. Williams still running with the ball. Gets a... I thought he got a touch off Weymouth player, but it came off Flood. Manny Williams last. It's a throw to Weymouth. Deep inside their own area. Long ball forwards. It will come through to Fraser. Fraser wins header. Webb will try and flick the ball on. Comes through now to Williams. Williams turns on that far hand side. Goes down and gets a free kick for Slough. Good evening to S Flood, who's also put a comment onto the YouTube thing. You're related to Chris Flood by any chance? You can just come through. Might be his dad or friend or brother or girlfriend, wife, whatever. Slough have a free kick on the far hand side. Simon Dunn's going to come and take this free kick 30 yards away from goal, but right behind the byline. Done with his free kick right into the box. Headed clear though by Weymouth. Comes out though to Williams. Williams takes the touch, finds Nathan Smart. Ball comes out, fires in from a shot there from Simon Dunn, who lashed a shot at the far post, but just a little bit wide. Well left there by McHale. And out for a goal kick. And McHale's just looking as if he wants to try and take this one a little bit short, but he's still taking his time with this and does in fact go long. Aiming here towards Evans. Evans with the free header, but Tony finds the Slough number 6 Togwell in towards Dunn. Dunn's ball is hits Kopp. Ball comes through. Kopp's with the ball there. Just evades a challenge. Ball there. He's offside. But the referee will pull that back. Good referee in there from the referee. Kopp did get caught. And he tried to play the ball for Fleetwood. Fleetwood was way offside. But the referee did right to pull the ball back. It's a free kick to Weymouth. Roughly about 10 yards inside the Slough half. Kopp and Davis. And Davis is taking that strapping off his... I think he's just had it readjusted. Ball into the box. Well gathered there by Mark Scott. And trying to find Gavin James quickly. Oh, it's come off the head of Wells. Gavin James will chase this ball. McHale's going to have to come out of his box to clear. Does well to clear the ball long. And Nathan Smart heads it across goal towards Nisbet. And then Stonehouse puts his foot through it to clear. Only as far as Downs. Downs with a little bit of a heavy touch. But ball comes straight back out here towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse under pressure from Kopp. Turns. Still running with the ball. Ball over the top. Trying to find the runner Gavin James. But he's hit it too far. And it's gone all the way into the arms of McHale, the Weymouth goalkeeper. And ball's been rolled out here towards... Oh, S Flood is Chris Flood's mum. So good evening, Mrs. Flood. Thank you for listening. Ball played in here and... Oh, Nathan Smart's got it. It's right over on top of our head. Banks a bang on top of the roof. And it's a throw into Weymouth, right in front of our commentary position. Oh, balls on them, 2 balls on the pitch. And Fleetwood was just about to kick that ball. It looked like it almost looked like, I don't know if you saw that clip of the tennis, the Davis Cup. It just looked like that. Ball thrown in here towards Davis. Ball played in by him into the box. Nisbet's underneath it for Slough. Nisbet comes across and then Stonehouse hooks the ball clear. And they've left it. Well saved there by the steward. She was going to throw the ball out, but the second ball's there. Again, it's a throw by Wells. Finds Evans. Evans chased down by the Slough number 6, Togwell. Ball comes out on the far hand side to Winnell. Winnell under pressure. Plays it in towards Molesey. Molesey now running down the right. Sorry, the left. Plays it in on the far hand side to Winnell. It is. And then Davis comes across for Weymouth on that far hand side to help him out. Gives it to Evans. Evans plays the ball into Molesey. Good spell of pressure here by Weymouth. Trying to play the ball in. They've got Davis on the far hand side. Plenty of time to put a cross in. But is he overhit it? He has. It's out for a goal kick. And a good spell of pressure there from Weymouth comes to the end. I didn't press the stopwatch. Oh well. We'll have a guess at roughly how many minutes are gone. No one normally pays any attention anyway, so there you go. Scott with the long kick for Slough. Trying to find Flood. Flood does well to get the ball, and it's Wells that comes across to clear. And a throw to the Rebels, halfway inside the Weymouth half. And Slough with the throw with Stonehouse. Okay, just looking for an option here at the moment. Comes to Simon Dunn. Dunn back out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse finds Togwell. Or Togwell just runs straight into Fleetwood. And the ball comes kindly to Molesey. Molesey just turns into danger. And Mark Nisbet comes across for Slough. Wins the ball. Gives it towards Togwell. Back towards Dunn. Chipped the ball across. Looking for Gavin James. Well spotted by Downs, who heads it to the path of Davis. Davis out on the far hand side to Winnell. Winnell under pressure from Manny Williams. Plays the ball in towards Davis. Gets the ball back. Lovely 1-2 play there by Weymouth. And Winnell just plays it down the line looking for Molesey, who's everywhere on that pitch. Up against Togwell. Slough win the ball back though with Simon Dunn. Dunn to Togwell. In towards Manny Williams. Back towards Dunn. Ball down the line looking for James on the floor. Keeps hold of it. Gives it back towards Simon Dunn. Slough now looking up. Plays the ball into Flood. Floods into the box. He shoots. It's a second for the Rebels. And Chris Flood continues his goal scoring form and tucks it in from round about 12 yards as McHale came out. He dinked the ball and smacked it past him to give Slough a 2-0 lead. Don't know what. Do you know how many minutes that was, Rob? No, I forgot to press the stopwatch. Oh well, whatever number of minutes. Someone will release it in a minute. 52. There we go. So Chris Flood gets the goal on 52 minutes, and now the Slough fans behind the goal can start to get into some good voice as Slough just coming back here into their positions. And we wait for Weymouth to have the kick-off. In balls with Molesey in towards Evans. Evans plays it back all the way to Zubar. Zubar back in towards Evans. Evans looks up, spreads it out wide here to Davis. Davis cuts back inside. In towards Molesey. Oh, Molesey just... Davis with a heavy touch there. Back into Winnell, and Winnell overruns it. Simon Dunn's in there for Slough. Gives the ball to Webb, who's under a bit of pressure. In towards Togwell. Oh, Togwell strong. Holds the ball off. Gives it back towards Fraser. Fraser with that ball forward, trying to find Gavin James. James with the flick on. He finds Flood, but Flood's offside. And good decision there on the far hand side. And Weymouth trying to take the free kick a little bit too quickly. Ball still moving there. So Slough now with a 2-0 lead. Goal coming on 52 minutes, 7 minutes into that second half. And ball's here with Zubar. He's got the ball at his feet. Plenty of time with the ball. Plays it in, and then Togwell is adjudged to have fouled Molesey there as well, you don't want to take it there, you want to take it where it should be. Ball's with Fleetwood. Fleetwood's dropping too deep, really. Building towards Kopp. Kopp goes across here trying to find Molesey. Molesey will be shrugs off the challenge of Fraser. Tries to get the ball to turn. He keeps going with the ball. Runs past Free, but he's just being pushed away from the goal Ball flicked in, and then Stonehouse volleys the ball away. Finds Flood, and Flood's forgot Gavin James. Oh, Gavin James just stopped and hesitated. Flood had played the ball to him, and it's gone out of play for a throw. Now the Slough Town fans behind that goal getting in some good voice. As the ball played to Wells. Wells slips but manages to get to the ball first. Back in towards Evans. Evans in towards Zubar. Zubar looks up, finds Allen. Allen in the centre circle, trying to find two. Oh, they've got two Weymouth players here on the overlap. Cop's one of them. He's got Wells when move. He wants to use it. He's going to cut all inside himself. Shoots a daisy cutter, but it's a well wide of the goal. And it's out for a goal kick. And first real shot in anger of this second half from Weymouth. And Jordan Kopp now playing on this right hand side. He started on the left hand side in the first half. No sign of any substitutions on the either bench at the moment. Long ball played from Scott. Free header for Zubar. Flicked on by Moles. He's trying to find a run of Fleetwood. Fleetwood in the chase here with Nathan Smart. Fleetwood does really well. Holds the ball up in the corner flag. Plays it off Nathan Smart for a corner to Weymouth. And Kopp will be the player that goes across. Now got some defending here as Downs and Zubar come forwards for this in-swinging corner from Kopp. Kopp goes to the far post. It's a free header downwards, but only into the hands of Slough's goalkeeper, clad in orange, Mark Scott, who dives on the ball. And it's safely in his hands. And the ball comes through here to Davis. Davis dives in, but James wins the ball in towards Williams. Williams finds Dunn. And ball on the far hand side now with Nisbet. Nisbet bringing the ball forwards, plays it in towards Williams. Williams finds Stonehouse on the left. Stonehouse crosses, but it's hit Wells. And it's out for a throw to Slough. So just make a note that I've got the time wrong on the thing. It's a throw to the Slough. They're just going to... It's come off another Weymouth play for another throw to the Rebels. Again, Paul Stonehouse standing over this throw. And the ball comes in again towards Stonehouse from Dunn. Stonehouse runs to the edge of the box, gives it to Williams. Williams being forced wide. Good challenge there, but Slough try and win it back through Nathan Webb, and do win it back with him. Just holds the ball up well. Turns there past Molesley. Just shielding the ball. Gives it towards Togwell. Togwell just gives the ball away, but wins it back. And that's judged to have been a free kick. I couldn't really see that. It just must have been a little bit late there by Davis, and it just looked like two players went for the ball, and for some reason our referee, Mr. Richardson, seems to think that that's a free kick. It's a little bit harsh. It's a free kick to Slough, 30 odd yards away from goal. Simon Dunn standing over this free kick for Slough. And Slough just again send forwards the two centre backs here. Just not many forwards going for him, and there is a bit of activity now on the Weymouth bench. As Dunn puts the floated in, it's headed goalwards. Oh, it's just come to the back, and Flood can't get to it. It's been cleared by Wells up towards Jordan Kopp. Kopp up against Togwell. Kopp trying to turn. Togwell stretches. He must have been doing some yoga to get to that one. Ball played in quickly, and then Slough win it back with Dunn. Simon Dunn going to play it out here to James. Oh, he's just played it a little bit too far, but James will keep hold of it in the penalty area. Gets down to the byline, gets a cross in. It's blocked by Zubar. James trying to get there. It's got to be a corner, surely. Slough appealing for a handball there from the fans on that near hand side. But it's only a throw to the Rebels, and throw 30 odd yards away from goal. And they're going to leave it for Sean Fraser to take the throw. And again, just waiting for a bit of movement. Move comes from Gavin James. Plays it back towards Fraser. Fraser now plays it wide here towards Nathan Webb. Webb will spread to Togwell. Or Togwell leaves it here for Flood. Flood on the edge of the box. Looking to try and go goals. Being forced wide. Plays the ball here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn towards Fraser. Slough just keeping hold of it. We're ball with Dunn. Dunn plays it in here to Flood, who's coming a little bit further. Finds Williams. Williams trying to find a run of Dunn. Dunn continues to run. Plays it across. Oh, two of them stretching to get the ball. It was James and, of all the people, Togwell. And the ball went across the face of the goal, but no one could get a touch. And it's gone out for a goal kick here and the school at Arbour Park. I think it's 13 minutes gone here of the second half. Slough lead 2-0 now here against Weymouth as McHale takes this goal kick. Aimed long, well won there by Fraser, heads it towards Flood. Flood holds the ball up here, 30 yards away from goal. Dinks a little run in, still holding it up. Plays it here to Nathan Webb, who's continued to run. Cuts inside in the box. Still going with other shot, Nath. Other shot, he shoots, it's blocked. It comes out here to Mosley. Now Weymouth on the attack, finds Fleetwood. Fleetwood being marked closely by Nathan Smart. Just catches Fleetwood there, and Nathan Smart's got to be careful here. It's not the first time he's done that, and I'm surprised the referee hasn't had a little word. Weymouth take the free kick quickly, finds Evans. Evans spreads it here to Kopp. Kopp on the right hand side up against Stonehouse. Kopp going to cut inside on his left foot, looking for a run. He's going to leave it for Mosley. Mosley overruns it, and Stonehouse sticks a leg out and clears for Slough. It's a throw here, just waiting for an old person to get the ball. And Allen takes the throw quickly to Zubar. Zubar immediately closed down by James. Goes back to his goalkeeper, McHale. McHale, 5 or 6 yards outside of his box. Plays it across here to Downs. Downs with the ball forwards. Finds Davis on that. We're now on that far hand side. Ball play forwards. Fleetwood leaves it, but no one else had read the run. And then the ball will go all the way back to Mark Scott. He can't pick it up. He's got to keep it at his feet. Fleetwood then chases it down, and Scott releases. Long ball down the fix. Trying to find Williams. Zubar lets it run through to his goalkeeper, McHale. And Weymouth with the ball. 2 centre-backs playing the ball alongside. Zubar to Downs. Ball's back with Zubar. Zubar chased down by Williams. Forced to put a bit of pressure on it. Finds Wells. Wells with the ball inside to Kopp. Kopp immediately pressured. Finds Fleetwood. Ball comes back in towards Kopp, but Dunn's there first for Slough. Then gets bumped off the ball by Fleetwood. Slough win it back though through Nisbet. Nisbet finds Williams in towards Flood. Back towards Nisbet. Slough plays some nice little triangles here. Into Stonehouse. Stonehouse with the ball down. Gavin James trying to get there first, but the goalkeeper does really well to come to the edge of his box, where Gavin James bearing down on him, gets there first, rolls the ball out to Downs, and Downs plays it across to Zubar. Zubar here to Ashley Wells. Wells will go back to Evans. Evans looks up and plays it all the way across to Downs. Weymouth fans behind the goal, just getting a bit agitated that their team can't seem to find a way past this Slough defence. Ball out on the far hand side to Winnell. Winnell forced back towards Downs. Down. Oh, he's lost it! And it's the ball here to Nathan Webb. Webb braces into the box. Is he going to cross it? Oh, he cuts inside to find someone. It's Fraser! Oh, Sean Fraser! Of all the people to find, he finds Fraser, and he's just skied it over the top of the box. Sean Fraser. Sorry, is it a bit loud? Apparently we're getting a bit too excited. There's a substitution on the far hand side. Allen is coming off. Okay, so Chris Allen is coming off. I haven't seen who's coming on because they've normally got a little board. And we're just going to see who it is who turns 14. Stuart Yetton is the player coming on. Chris Allen coming off. That's 60 minutes, that substitution. And Yetton trying to get straight into the game. Ball comes through here to Williams. Williams with a touch. Comes through to Yetton, who slips. Nathan Webb. Oh, I mean, how is that any different to the one that you booked earlier for Chris Flood, referee? Ball on the far hand side now here with Winnell. Winnell trying to go past Webb. Has to come back a little bit. Plays the ball forward. Only finds Togwell. Togwell just... Oh, referee, come on. That's a very poor challenge by Winnell. And... it's no booking and not even a speaking to Winnell there. He clearly caught Togwell very, very late. But it's a free kick to Slough. And a chance that fell then to Fraser. I mean, of all the people, Sean Fraser's got about as good a scoring record as I have in a nightclub. And it fell to the wrong person and he put it over the bars. Long ball here, though, by Scott. Headed down towards Nathan Webb. Webb flicks it on towards Flood. Flood just gets a little nudge in the back. Still running with the ball. Comes off a Weymouth player, does it? No, apparently comes off a Slough player. And it's a throw to Weymouth, level with their 18-yard line. The ball just pumped forwards. Nathan Smart wins the first header. Comes back to forwards Nisbet. Goes to Fraser. Fraser goes back to his goalkeeper Scott. Scott under no real pressure. Plays the ball forwards. Headed away by Downs. Wells comes across but can only head it straight at Togwell. Downs gets a chance to control it on his thigh and chip the ball forwards. In towards Yeton robbed there by Stuart Fleetwood robbed by Simon Dunn. So now have the ball here with Stonehouse. Stonehouse under pressure, goes to Nathan Smart, which is waiting, plays the ball across here towards Togwell towards Fraser. So now just trying to take a little bit of sting out of this game here. Ball played forwards here, trying to find the run of Williams. Downs has made a mistake, but Williams gambled on the ball the wrong way. Ball played through to McHale inside the 6-yard. He's done a close turn right in front of Williams and gets away with it and plays it out towards Downs, in towards Evans. And Slough chasing the ball down here with Nathan Webb. Back towards McHale again. He won't do the same thing twice. Plays a long ball out towards Kopp. Stonehouse wins out. And a slip by Ashley Wells. Means the ball falls for Gavin James. Gavin James here now on this left-hand side, trying to go past Zubar. Zubar gives him a little nudge. James still holds the ball up well. Needs some help. Stonehouse comes across for the Rebels to help out. Gets across straight in. It comes all the way through though to Winnell. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell's shot is blocked. Comes through to Yeton. Yeton 10 yards inside the Slough half. Plays the ball and he's giving it away to Chris Flood. And Flood now can play the ball forward, or just overrun it. Ball comes fine and comes and breaks kindly for Nathan Webb. Webb trying to play the ball out here to Fraser. Fraser in towards Flood. Flood holds the ball up, robbed by Winnell, and then it's come through and it's hooked clear in the end by Weymouth. Trying to find the run of Yeton up front with Stuart Fleetwood. Ball comes to those Simon Dunn, takes it down on his chest, plays in, trying to find Manny Williams. So it's Evans runs with the ball and he just overruns the ball, and Mark Nisbet can bring the ball forwards now for Slough. Finds Gavin James, he turns inside the set. He's just got caught there. That's a bad challenge by Evans. He's clearly caught Gavin James, and Gavin James only come back from a serious ankle injury, a thigh injury about 6 weeks ago, and he's got a right clattering on that ankle there. And I think that Evans will be the next player in the book for that challenge. And just a little bit late though, nothing malicious in the tackle. He was just a little bit late as he caught him and slid in for the ball. And it looks like Evans, I think Jordan Kopp's just having a word with the referee, but I think that Evans will get the yellow card. Roughly on 20 minutes, what's that, 65, isn't it? There you go. We do maths here as well as other bits. Yeah, so Slough have a free kick. It's inside the centre circle. Take away Nisbet towards Dunn. Kopp will try and chase it down. Ball here played to Williams. Back towards Dunn. Ball played in. Slow ball full for Gavin James. Chips it across the goal. Trying to find Chris Flood. Hooks clear though by Winnell. Only as far as... Nisbet makes a mistake. Nathan Webb can't get to the ball. It will come through though to Fraser. And Fraser dinks a lovely ball trying to find Webb, but Winnell runs in, brings the ball forwards for Weymouth, cuts inside and just overruns it, but gets the ball back. Back with Evans now, and he just chased down by Simon Dunn. The ball stuck in that newsstand. That'll be there until tomorrow morning. And it's a throw on the far hand side. Winnell takes quickly towards Evans, gets the ball back. Winnell just closed down, and great play there by Nathan Webb. He's closed Winnell down, and then as Winnell's flicked the ball, he's got a ball. It's come off Winnell. It's now a throw to Slough. My bum is getting number by the minute. It's become very cold here at Arbour Park. Something's steaming. I'm not sure whether it's my head or my toes. Ball's held up there by Chris Flood on the far hand side, trying to release ball into towards James. James inside the box on the edge of the 18-yard line, trying to find Williams, but it's battle clear, only as far as Togwell. Togwell shoot from distance, shoots, and he tries to get, you can see McHale just scrambling across his goal. But it's just a little bit wide, and McHale will take this goal kick for Weymouth. Zubar's telling him to smack it down the field. And McHale does exactly that, takes this long kick, aimed towards Evans, but it's won by Fraser. Ball's come through to Downs. Downs just smacks that one towards the area of Kopp. Kopp can't get there, but the ball will curl in, and then Stonehouse clears down the line for Slough, but it's out of play for a throw. Wells will take this throw in towards Davis. Davis keeps swapping his positions here, back towards Wells. Hits it straight at Togwell, out for a throw to Weymouth, taken by Wells. Wells spotted by Nisbet. Heads the ball, and it comes off Davis. Comes in towards Wells. Back in towards Davis. Davis now trying to orchestrate things. Ball comes off Evans's feet, hits him in the face, but rebounds kindly here to Wells. The right back further forwards in the field. Gets a cross in, trying to find... and Yeton just couldn't get there. Was a good cross in, just a little bit behind him. And Fraser can clear for Slough. Finding Flood. Flood's ball just comes straight off his shin and finds Evans. Ball played on the far hand side. Fraser's done well to play it. He goes back to his goalkeeper, and Scott under pressure hits the ball almost as it takes a bobble. Downs with the header infield, trying to find his right back. Ball played forwards, and Mark Scott will chase that. Well, he's going to let that one go. He's going to keep it in, stopping it from going from a goal kick. And Fleetwood comes charging in to make sure that he has to pick the ball up. And Mark Scott has the ball in his hands and launches a long kick down, trying to find Flood. Headed away by Bunnell. Comes through to Molesley. In towards Evans. Free kick there for a foul on Molesley. And Weymouth take it quickly. Ball here with Davis. Davis spreads it in to Wells. Oh, Wells he didn't look up. He played it behind Jordan Kopp. And it's out for a throw. And the two of them just exchanging a few words. Quick throw here by Slough from Stonehouse to Nisbet. Nisbet back towards Stonehouse. In towards Togwell. Togwell towards Nathan Webb, who's covered a lot of, I was going to say grass, but obviously it's fake grass, isn't it? It's artificial grass. Ball played over the top. Trying to find Chris Flood, but a little bit too far in front. And it's out for to the goalkeeper, who rolls it out towards Evans. Evans plays it back to Zuba. Zuba under pressure finds Evans. Evans being chased down here by Togwell. Back towards the goalkeeper, McHale. McHale has to hurry his clearance and hooks it to the side, where Fraser has a chance to take the ball down in his feet. Gives it here to Williams. Williams just hits it straight at Evans, and Evans plays it out here towards Kopp. Kopp's going to try and have a run at Stonehouse. You know he's going to cut inside onto his left foot, and does so. Chips the ball in, trying to find, that's a good ball on the far hand side to Molesley. Molesley with a bit of space on that far hand side. Plays the ball in. Slough spot that well with Nathan Smart, and Smart can bring the ball forwards here for Rebels. He's just going to play it down the front. And Chris Flood's made a really good run. He's got Gavin James in front of him if he can find him. Flood just holds the ball up. Gives it here towards Nathan Webb. Webb towards Flood. Flood's under a couple of challenges, misses it. Zubar gets a foot in, wins the ball back for Weymouth. Up here towards Davis. Davis trying to find the run of Yetton. Yetton up against Nisbet. And superb defending by Slough. Nisbet wins a header, and Stonehouse chests it back into the path of Mark Scott. Played roughly about 25 minutes of the second half. Slough with this 2-0 lead here against Weymouth. Goals coming from Gavin James and Chris Flood. Guy Hollis. And ball play forward. Comes off the head of Zubar for a throw to the Rebels. It's about halfway inside the Weymouth half. I think whoever designed stadiums should do heated seats. I think that's the best way to go. Biggleswade and Hazelnegg still 0-0 with 20 minutes to go in that game. Ball's been played in towards Togwell. Togwell finds a cross the field pass, trying to find Fraser, but it's a little bit too far in front of him. Just skips off this surface here. And you'll see a second substitution for Weymouth. Coming off is Jordan Kopp. Coming on is Aaron Rodriguez. 27 plus 45. Anyone? 72? Roughly 72 minutes. Was that 26? It's around roughly, I can't count. 71, 72 minutes, that substitution. My maths has gone. But that substitution is Jordan Kopp off and Aaron Rodriguez on. And Weymouth had the throw with Winnell. Plays it back to Downs. Downs back to Winnell, and he has to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. Plays it here, and he's given the ball away. Has McHale played it behind Wells. Ball comes into Flood. Flood does well, turns, gets to the edge of the box. Wells has come back and robbed him, but Flood's done well to win it back for Slough. Plays the ball here towards Nisbet. Nisbet out towards Stonehouse. Getting my coloured boots mixed up here. Weymouth win the ball in the end through the substitute Rodriguez. Played into the path of Evans. Evans spreads it now to Molesley on that far hand side. Good break this for Weymouth if they can make something of it. Slough come back and win it back though through Togwell and Webb and Nisbet, and then the ball's back here with Togwell. Comes through to Gavin James. Just dropped back on the halfway line to pick the ball up. In towards Fraser. Fraser looking for a crossfield ball, trying to find Flood, but Wells is there to head back to his goalkeeper. And he tries to find a throw out on the far hand side to Molesley. Webb gets a foot in there, and the ball's back here with Gavin James. Gavin James bursting down forward on the goal. Gets a cross in, it's come and taken a deflection. It's a corner to Slough. And Weymouth just at the crucial times. Okay. Weymouth just at the crucial times seem to be just giving the ball away here a little bit. And Slough now have a corner on the far hand side. Simon Dunn will go across to take the corner. It'd be an in-swinging corner for Slough. And Slough not in any hurry at the moment to take this corner on that far hand side. As they take it short in towards Togwell. Togwell now finds Williams on the edge of the box. Williams takes a touch, goes to the side, gets a shot in. It's come from. Oh, James has blocked it on the 6-yard line. It was great defending by Gavin James. Unfortunately, you wanted to be sticking it in the back of the net. Ball slow comes back with Smart in towards Stonehouse. Ball played forwards. Slough looking for a free kick here for a foul on Nisbet and get it just on the edge of the area. Downs it was with the foul. You can tell that because both players have got one's got pink boots, one's got bright orange boots, so it's easy to say who they were. And Slough have a free kick roughly around about 20 yards away from the goal, but a little bit more closer to the corner of the penalty box than central. Slough have 3 players standing over it in Dunn, Williams and Flood. And be interesting to see. The 3 of them are just, it's difficult to see what they're saying. It's so cold here that all you can see from the 3 of them is just some like the air as it mists up. It's going to be Chris Flood to take the free kick for Slough. Goes to the goal and hits it over the top and just wide of the goal. And it's a goal kick to Weymouth. We have roughly played 29 minutes of this second half. Slough with this 2-0 lead. Ball here with Davis. Davis chased down by Webb, who's covered a lot of diff. Ball comes through to Williams, who wins it back for the Rebels. Ball played in, looking for Gavin James. Oh, Gavin James just forced wide, but we'll keep the ball inside the box. Up against Zubar, takes a touch. We'll get a shot in, blast it across goal. It comes back out towards Williams. Williams just can't control the ball first time. It comes through to Dunn. Dunn in towards Williams. Williams just waits. Now gives it on the far hand side. Oh, Chris Flood's offside. And it was really good build-up play there for Slough, but Flood just mistimed his run there. And it's a free kick to Weymouth. And McHale, the goalkeeper, will take this. And long kick by him, trying to find Molesey. It's Fraser who's up first to win the ball, but only as far as Downs. Downs looking to find Rodriguez up against Stonehouse. Stonehouse who wins the header. Wells comes across, takes it on his thigh, and it comes off Wells last, who, let's just say he said a swear word that he didn't think that was right, but clearly came off him. It was right in front of our commentary position. And Slough have a throw, and Grant Mitchell, Paul Stonehouse will take this throw for the Rebels, trying to find Flood. Comes off Wells, kept in by Rodriguez, bounces around off Dunn, and then Smart's here trying to defend for Slough up against Yetton. Smart does really well, plays it into a Stonehouse. Stonehouse under a bit of pressure, clears the ball over the head of Evans, but it will break here for Nathan Webb. Webb just holds the ball up here on the halfway line. He's just looking for an option. Option comes from Sean Fraser, back in towards Togwell. Togwell and Webb, or just overrunning the ball, and then Nisbet flicks the ball out. Flood on that left-hand side now, trying to hold the ball up here for the Rebels. Does well and keeps the ball here towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse cuts inside. Chips the ball in, looking for Gavin James, but Downs is there first. And Wells, intelligent header there by Wells, the right back, heads it to his goalkeeper, McHale, who picks it up and bowls the ball out to Winnell on that far-hand side. Winnell goes past Nathan Webb, plays the ball up here looking for Yetton and Fleetwood, and then Yetton goes down in the centre circle and gets a free kick for a foul there by Simon Dunn. It was 10 yards away from where Davis, he's taken it 10 yards further back. Ball comes in here through to Yetton, holds the ball back, then gives it all the way back to Davis on the halfway line, trying to find Molesey on that far hand side. Molesey up against Fraser. Ball will be coming to Evans, but Togwell's first there for Slough. Gives the ball here to Williams. Williams cuts inside. Oh, the ball just got caught in his legs, and Davis has won it back with Weymouth in towards Molesey, but he gives the ball away to Simon Dunn. Great challenge there by Simon Dunn, and then Dunn plays a 1-2 with a Weymouth player, but Yetton wins the ball back. Zubar with it. Game just getting a little bit scrappy here between the two sides. Ball's here with Downs, trying to find the ball. Webb's in there first. Just got caught, did he? But Slough the ball. Oh, played a lovely 1-2 between Williams and James. And now Williams on the far hand side. Just slows it down, waiting for a little bit of help from a Slough player. Comes from James. He plays it back in towards Williams, and then Zubar gets in there first. Gets a good strong foot in, and then McHale has to clear long. Hits the little fence that goes around that new stand. And it's out, and there's Sean Fraser's just down here at the moment with an injury. You'll see a substitution from the Rebels, or no, it's going to be It's Mark Molesey coming off for Weymouth. Coming on is 15 Billy Lowe's. I think that's right, is it? We're just going to double check. Yeah, Mark Molesey is the player who has gone off. And coming on is Billy Lowe's. That's the substitution for Weymouth. That's their third and final substitution. And it will be a throw to... Is it a throw to... I've forgotten where the ball is. It was a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Just a couple of yards inside their own half. My bottom is numb. Oh, I need a heated seat. I should have asked for that. That's maybe what I should ask the chairman for. Is a heated seat. Slough just played the ball from the throwing down. They've just gained another throw, a couple of yards, a little bit further forwards. So now about 15 yards inside the Weymouth half. Quick throw down the line, looking for Flood. Flood holds the ball up well on that far hand side. Down, sticks a leg out. It's another throw to Slough. This one's about 10 yards away from the corner flag. Played roughly about 34 minutes of this second half. Slough fans in some noise here. Ball comes out to Dunn from the throw. Flicks it in towards Swebb. Ball comes into the box trying to find Gavin James, but Wells is there first. His clearance only comes as far as Togwell. Togwell with the ball into the box trying to find Webb. Webb trying to turn, get a bit of space. Trying to get the ball in, gets a cross in. It comes off Dunn. And then it comes through. Oh, and Flood who had a shot there. It literally came to him. He was behind the ball. The ball's a little bit behind him. He just turned and hit it hard and low and just scraped just past the bottom of the post. McHale would have been beaten, but just wide, and it's a goal kick which McHale takes quickly, and neither of them can get the ball. It's gone straight out of play for a Slough throw, and Slough will just slow the game down a little bit here. Around about 11 minutes left of this game. Fraser with the throw for Slough. Finding Flood has come off the head of Winnell, so Slough again have gained a little bit like rugby, a little bit more territory down the line. The Slough joint manager, John Underwood, just keeping the ball in his hands. And the throw comes in towards Flood, back towards Fraser, in towards Gavin James, inside the penalty box, trying to hold it up. Finds Williams on the far hand side. Williams just forced a little bit too wide, just holding the ball up here, trying to play it in, but Winnell wins it back for Wayne, but he gives it away to Simon Dunn, who's working hard. Gives it towards Togwell. Togwell sees the run of Stonehouse, but plays it instead to Nisbet, and then Nisbet chips the ball forward, trying to find the head of Williams, but it's come off the top of Winnell, in towards Webb. Webb fires the cross in, and Downs does really well to block it. It's out for a corner to the Rebels. Slough just seeing who will go forwards for this. Both Nisbet and Smart will go forwards. I've got no toes and a very numb bum at the moment, but anyone wishes to come and massage and warm me up, that's fine. Preferably ladies, obviously, of course. As we wait for this in-swinging corner from Simon Dunn to come in. Dunn to take this one. Whips it in near post. It's flicked on. Comes through. Oh, it's hooked clear. Only as far as Gavin James. Gavin James, look, shoots. Heads it. Oh, it's down. He blocked it. And the ball's still going around in the area. It hasn't gone out. And Weymouth clear through down to won that first header. Rodriguez shakes off the challenge of Stonehouse. Manny Williams chasing Rodriguez. Rodriguez here up against Fraser. Fraser forcing him away. Slough back in numbers. Fraser up against Rodriguez. Rodriguez still holding the ball up here on this near hand side. But then Fraser wins it back for Slough and gives it to Williams. Williams just doesn't want to play around Fraser with the ball. Up towards James. James going to try and run past him. Oh, referee, that's a rugby tackle. Zubar will get a yellow card for that. That is poor defending by Stefan Zubar. Gavin James could see what he did. He knocked the ball past him. He's going to run through. And Zubar, in rugby it's called a handoff. And Zubar doesn't even want to come and get his yellow card. He walks away. He doesn't want the yellow card. He's got to get it. And my maths is really bad, but it's roughly about 82 minutes, that yellow card. It's just as well I can't commentate and count, isn't it? Zubar and Williams just having a little conversation as Zubar finally gets that yellow card. And Slough have a free kick. Williams had just walked away with the ball about 10 yards. Nisbet will take this free kick. Foot or two inside the Weymouth half. Again, look down the line looking for Flood, but it's easily cleared by Wells. Yeton tries to flick the ball on, trying to find Fleetwood. Weymouth Smart just sticks a leg out, puts it into the path of Fraser. Fraser plays the ball down the line, only as far as Downs, and Downs will try and play the ball first. Looking for Rodriguez, but Stonehouse will see it out for the Rebels. And it's a throw right in front of our commentary position for the Rebels. Stonehouse just needs a little bit of an option to throw it to. Looks like Slough have just gone with a bit 4-3-3 at the moment. Ball's with Flood, trying to win the ball in towards Gavin James. As Downs has come across to win it. Picked up here by the substitute Lowe's, but Slough win it back through Chris Flood. Chris Flood gets it back from Williams. Flood now running at the goal. Still running at the goal. He's just plays it here to Nathan Webb. Webb. Look at the tricks from Webby coming out here. This is unusual from him. Little back flick out towards Fraser. Fraser in towards Togwell. Togwell trying to play in Williams. Williams does really well. Holds the ball up here. Gets to the edge of the box. Tries to shoot. And it's just gone wide. It's inflected actually from Zuba. It's a corner to the Rebels. And Slough again will take their chance with a long ball into this. They're still going to send the two centre backs up for this corner. 2-0, and I reckon about 7 or 8 minutes left of this first half to go. As we wait for this in-swinging corner from Simon Dunn. This time he goes far post. James hits it back in goal. It's left, it's in! Gavin James will get the goal. It's free for Slough. It's a header from roughly about 15 yards out. He's headed it goalwards, and someone in the Slough shirt jumped over the ball, and the ball just went into the bottom of the net. Gavin James with his second goal of the game. I've run out of minutes. I think that's roughly about 85 minutes. Gavin James with his 12th goal of the season for the Rebels. And Weymouth fans, they may not be happy listening, but just before Christmas, Slough were 3-0 up at home to Kettering. And Kettering scored 2 late goals to make it 3-2. Although, to be honest, Weymouth haven't really had that much of a... I don't think they've had a shot on target in anger in the second half. So they've already won the ball back from the ball. Played up here now for Gavin James, who's on a hat-trick. Wanell has to come across for Weymouth and does really well. He's just been caught there by Gavin James, and Wanell's just down on the corner. He's just getting to his feet there, it's fine. But the Slough fans now behind that goal, now in good voice. As McHale it is who takes this goal kick. Long kick by McHale. Yeton trying to win the ball on. It's flicked on well, trying to find Fleetwood. Fleetwood trying to get... a little push in the back there. Well spotted by the referee. And a bit of frustration creeping in there to Fleetwood's game. You're going to see a substitution on the far hand side for the Rebels. Coming off is Chris Flood. Coming on is James Dobson. And Flood getting a huge round of applause for his work rate. And there's loads of substitutions going on here. Right, very difficult to remember. Right, and we've got 3 substitutions for Rebels. Coming off is Manny Williams, Chris Flood, Nathan Webb. Coming on is Warren Harris, James Dobson and Ashen Holgate. So those 3 substitutions are Williams, Flood and Webb off on Harris, Dobson and Holgate. So almost a new front 3, just leaving Gavin James on, see if he can get his hat-trick. Long kick here by Scott. Wells is under pressure, does well though to chest the ball back to his goalkeeper. And McHale hits this one. This is a long kick. Aim. Watch out, Barry. It's going to hit you on the head. Oh. And someone over there needs to turn the tannoy thing off. Throw with his Slough. Looking for Holgate. Headed away by Wells. Comes through to Davis. Davis flicks into the path of Lowe's. Finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez runs straight into Simon Dunn. It's a throw to Weymouth. Wells trying to find Yetting. He can't control it. Comes through to Nisbet. Just hoops the ball flick. Trying to find Ashton Holgate. Holgate here. But Downs tries to go through. Zubar just clatters into Holgate, but Holgate doesn't make a meal of it. And the ball comes through to McHale in the Weymouth goal. Looking to knock the ball forwards. Nisbet and Yetting slip. Ball comes through though to Togwell. And Togwell just holds the ball up, gives it to Gavin James, who's now on that right-hand side. James will flick the ball down the line, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Downs is there, goes back to his goalkeeper. Jobson's going to chase it down, and McHale does really well under pressure to clear, but can only find the side of the pitch. And I make it, there's about 3 or 4 minutes left of the game. And it's a throw to Slough. Fraser will take it, just doing his boots up. And... just going to take this. He's got a throw on the halfway line for Slough. And long throw played in towards James. Headed away. Comes out only as far as Togwell. Togwell tries to hold. Gavin James has just been named Slough Town's man of the match for his 2 goals. Slough win the ball back with Simon Dunn. Dunn playing the ball up. Looking for James. James can get to the ball. It comes out here through though to Warren Harris. Harris, the sub, just trying to play the ball in. It's block scout for a throw to the Rebels. About level with the 18-yard line with the penalty box. Slough will again take their time. And find Fraser. Fraser back into Warren Harris. Harris does well to shake off the challenge. Dunn trying to flick it into it. Comes back through here to Warren Harris. Harris finds Togwell. Togwell immediately closed down. Spreads it in towards the captain Fraser. Fraser takes a touch. Plays the ball along in to Gavin James. Oh, he got in there. He got in front of Zuba, but he couldn't direct it goalwards. And it's out for a goal kick. And Weymouth McHale would take this goal kick. Aimed long towards Yetting. Yetting trying to control the ball. It's a poor touch. Comes through to Harris. Harris in towards Dunn. Played the ball down. Ashton Holgate almost scorpion kicks it into the path of Gavin James. Chases the ball down. McHale again has to come out and clear. Finds Yetting. Yetting with a heavy touch. Now trying to get the ball back, but it breaks here. Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to play the ball forwards into Yetting. Oh, this is a good chance here. He has a shot from distance. And unfortunately, the only person he's endangering is one of the Weymouth fans behind the goal. As Slough fans sarcastically applaud the fact that that's only mostly the first real shot at goal from Weymouth in this second half. And went way over the top of the goal. As the Slough fans now start to go through their variety of songs. There's a long kick by Scott, headed away by James. Comes back in though towards Downs. Downs jinks the ball over the top of James. Holt gets the ball back. Plays it out here to Winnell. Winnell's closed down but plays the ball forwards. Fraser's there first for Slough. In towards Dunn. Oh, Dunn does really well. Turns, goes past 2 players. Great ball in, trying to find Gavin James here. Gavin James chasing down the side. Zubo wins it back. In towards McHale. And McHale under pressure again. Does really, really well. Plays the ball forwards. Yetting wins it back. Trying to spread it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez on this right-hand side. Up against Stonehouse. Trying to cut inside. Still with the ball. Trying to play the ball. Oh, he's just played it all the way through. And Mark Scott will control it with his feet. Dives on top of the ball as he waits for Yetting to come in. And for the third game that Weymouth have played against Slough, they have failed to score at the home of the Rebels. They've really only got about a minute to change that, plus whatever the referee adds on. As Winnell heads clear, comes through to Fraser. Fraser towards Warren Harris. Harris under pressure, does well, passes in towards Fraser. Fraser out towards Holgate. Holgate on that far hand side, holds the ball up with Fraser. Fraser in towards Dunn. Dunn trying to flick it in towards Gavin James. Ball's cleared. Comes as far as Lowe's. Lowe's to Yetting. Yetting here to Davis. Davis playing the ball, looking for Fleetwood on the far hand side. Weymouth have got numbers here and trying to find Winnell on the side. Nathan Smart comes across. Winnell slips, so does Smart. Ball comes out towards Fleetwood. Fleetwood in here towards Charlie Davis. Charlie takes a touch. Togwell's blinding. Oh, great block by Togwell. And it comes through to Stonehouse. And Stonehouse gives it to Dobson. Dobson with a chance to run at the Weymouth defence. Up against Wells. Try to play off Wells. Wells does well to track. And gets it blocking. It's out for a throw. Here to Slough. And someone can't be bothered to... I was going to swear then. Someone can't be bothered to throw the ball back properly onto the pitch. And they've made some poor old man have to go and get the ball. Stonehouse with this throw for Slough. Can't be much longer left of this game. Stonehouse with the throw, volleyed clear by Wells, trying to find Fleetwood, but the ball comes through to Dunn. Dunn finds Dobson in space, and Slough win a free kick for a late challenge there on Simon Dunn. And I make it that we've played about 46 and a half minutes of this second half. So the referee, we've got 6 substitutions obviously, so, and a goal to come. So Nisbet's going to take this free kick, finds Dobson on the left. Dobson just runs straight into Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to bring the ball out here for Weymouth. He can't. That's the full-time whistle here at Arbour Park, and Weymouth on their third ever visit to Slough still haven't scored away to Slough, and the Slough fans make some huge noise behind the goal. A better performance from the Rebels in this game here. They've been dominant throughout, and a goal from Gavin James on 4 minutes, Chris Flood on 52, and then Gavin James again on 85 minutes. Seal a 3-0 victory for the Rebels. And we wish everyone at Weymouth a safe trip home, and wish them well for the very best of the season. If they could do us a favour and take some points off some of our teams from around us, that would be fantastic. As the Slough players just go over to the Slough fans behind the goal to give them a round of applause for their support, which I've got to say has been fantastic this evening. It's not always the way, but they've been really, really good. And we're just going to see if we can find the scores from those games in our league. As let's just have a look, see if we can find Hazen Yedding 0, Biggleswade 0 was a full-time score. And Chesham are losing 3-1 to Chippenham. And that seems to be the way it's going. So that seems to be the end of the game here today. So we'll be back on Saturday for the travel to... where are we going on Saturday? Cambridge City, there you go. So just remember that Cambridge City do play at St Ives. St Ives, Westwood Road is in St Ives. We've been there twice before. We've had a mixed season there. We played Cambridge City in the Cup, where we beat them 3-1, and then we lost to St Ives early in January 2-0. So it'll be an interesting game there. Some of the Weymouth players are still out on the pitch just doing some running along with some of the Slough players. And so until then, we wish you the very best for the rest of the week. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for getting in contact with us here at Rebels Radio. We hope you've enjoyed the commentary. If not, you've most definitely enjoyed the performance, as Slough have beaten Weymouth 3-0. And a second consecutive clean sheet at home for the Rebels. As I think I'm going to have to go back and do some jobs. So until then, thank you all very much for your listening in. And we'll be back on Saturday. And wish you all the very best for the rest of the week.